Hello. Got a chance for a guttural scream this week. It has not happened yet here on Ben and Woods. They'll have another opportunity today. Welcome in, everybody. Happy Wednesday to all the Tier 1s out there. Great to be here with you this morning. I'm Woodsy. Paul Reindl's our executive producer. Good morning, Paulie.
Hey, how are you?
Doing great. Ben Higgins, your friendly neighborhood sports anchor, influencer. Mr. Chairman, how are you, sir?
I am good. How are you?
Fantastic. Look at you guys. Sons of bitches. Sons of bitches.
You know, I just wanted to say this Fanatics sweatshirt is, first of all, it's stylish.
It is.
It's comfortable.
Cool.
It's soft.
Yeah.
I really would highly recommend picking one up yourself.
Yeah, the new City Connect Fanatics Nike hoodie. It looks great on both of you. Now, you guys got those on the house.
Yeah.
We talked about it yesterday.
Yeah.
Seen our friends Padres and Play Dates rocking theirs. Our friends the DSG rocking theirs. I think Joe Dreams got one. You know, pretty much everybody in town but your old pal
I
Woods.
saw a video on Instagram of somebody I'd never even seen before.
Yeah.
They got one.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter where they live or how involved they are. And, you know, I don't know. Sometimes celebrating the team, you know, trying to build up the brand, right? Big Padres fans here, but it's cool that you guys both wore yours today.
Your gray,
My gray
plain
Fiore
hoodie is
Fiore.
very nice.
It's
Very
Fiore.
nice.
I'm not living Joe Dreams right now, watching my co-hosts get free stuff. Because that's what he says. Are you living Joe Dreams? 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 He travels hundreds of miles to stand on a box and say, are you living Joe Dreams? Are you living Joe Dreams? I'm not living Joe Dreams. My co-hosts are living Joe Dreams. Correct.
Your dreams. Joe Dreams.
I'm not.
You're not.
You are, but I'm not. So.
Well, would you like to play Deal or No Deal again? Because I will give this to you right off my back. But then you have to go.
But then I owe you money.
You have to go tonight and do the suitcase for your friends instead of me.
God, no. God, no. No. We've got that all set up.
I just don't see why you can't be happy for me and Ben.
I'm very happy for you guys.
It doesn't sound like it. I'm very upset. Jealous.
It's just
Jealousy's doesn't look good on you.
It doesn't. It never has, man. And I'm not a jealous type. I'm really not the jealous type. It's more of like, I don't know, embarrassed, I think. If I'm really searching for the right word, I feel like embarrassed.
Do you feel like there was a meeting
yes.
at Fanatics
and
where they
yes.
analyzed every potential influencer in San Diego?
Yeah.
And when it came down to it,
dead last.
the Ben and Woods and Paul Reindl show,
yes.
which we only have room for two of them. Which ones are we going to go with? And they finally, after long thought, deliberation, they decided to leave you out because, my God, they would go bankrupt if they sent out one more free hoodie out of the, dozens and dozens they've already
We're
sent
talking
out.
about a mom and pop shop here, like Fanatics.
Exactly.
They can't just be throwing these things to anybody.
Yeah, Mike, you nailed it. Team Mike's his ego check. 100%. That's it. And Vinny says, I still think Adam is behind this, and I absolutely agree. I couldn't agree more, Vinny. Been thinking that. The paranoia is real. I mean, there's no question about, with some of the things that have gone on around here. How could I not think that?
He vociferously denied it yesterday.
Did he? All he wrote back was innocent.
Which is what I would say if I also had stolen
That's
it.
exactly.
Like, who, me? No, I'm innocent.
Innocent. Ray says, honestly, it's an incredible bit by Fanatics. It really is. They've gotten more publicity by not giving me something than they would have ever.
Geniuses. They're geniuses.
So anyway, we did get the handoff scheduled for tonight. I texted my friends, and with Ben's contact in there, the first thing he said is, he says, tipping is appreciated but not expected is the first thing he writes them.
Never expected, always appreciated.
That's right. So you'll handle that tonight. I will be dead asleep. Very tired. I turned it off last night. I'm a big fan of protecting my peace. I thought if I sit and watch these last couple of innings, I weighed it. I weighed it very carefully. I thought there's been a few hit by pitches, right? And anytime that happens, I don't think any of them were intentional,
nope.
Right? But anytime that happens, guys start to get a little bitchy, a little chippy. I went, all right, it's what, 8-3? Was that right? 8-3 at the time?
8-3.
In like the 7th. And I go, it's 9 on the nose. I'm like, I could go to sleep now. Kind of pissed off, but willing to flush it. Or I could stay up. I said, they may make a comeback. They're pretty good at that. There might be a bean brawl. Now I'm going to bed. So I went to bed. I protected my peace. I missed nothing. I was so happy.
2 innings, other than the revelation that Craig Stammen also left early. So you weren't the only one who checked out of that game a few innings early.
He'd had enough.
He was done. He's got, you know what? You guys got the rest of this
game. That sends
a
message to the team right there when the manager just blows up and walks away.
That's it for me.
That's it.
If you missed it, that is a true story. Craig Stammen did not finish the game as manager. He was not ejected. Unfortunately, he had to catch a flight to attend a funeral. No one asked who it was that passed away. That's Craig's business, but he will miss today's game as well. Randy Knorr, the bench coach, will serve as interim manager until Craig Stammen returns.
Okay.
So even the skipper didn't make it to the end of last night's game. So I can hardly blame radio host Stephen Woods for not making it to the end of last night's game.
I feel like if I had stayed up and watched them, not come back, I may have used a chip today, but I didn't. So I just thought.
You still haven't used any.
Not one. Isn't that crazy?
We're 29 games into the season. You've got 10 chips to melt down on the Padres.
10 meltdown
You decided that after last year. You weren't going to –
No.
You're going to be more judicious in your use of the I'm just mad and I'm going to let it out. And yet, here we are.
Yeah.
Little under 1/5 of the way through the season, and you have yet to use a single one. Now,
I feel good about it.
19-10
19-10 is pretty good. So
going to help you out in that situation.
Some of those early games that we won that we probably should have lost, you start winning games like that. You start believing more in the team. The team starts believing more in each other, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But for me, I was getting way too worked up about it. And, you got to protect your peace out there. And if something doesn't bring you peace or joy, you have to cast it aside. You really do. Like if it's not bringing you joy, like I have no joy watching a bullpen meltdown. There's no joy watching. I see it enough in the lower levels. Like I don't need to watch.
I mean, if you're watching anything else on a television screen, movie, TV show,
watch beef.
Once it becomes unenjoyable,
you turn it off.
You probably turn it off. You're not like, well, I got to watch another hour.
That's exactly right.
You don't.
That's exactly right. It took me almost 51 years to learn that, hey man, this doesn't bring me joy.
Like, I'm not having
started
fun right
something. I usually slog through to the end just because I feel like I started this process. I need to see it out, even though I'm not really enjoying it anymore.
Yeah,
I do it all the time.
I've never walked out of a movie theater in the middle of a movie, I'm just not feeling this movie.
No, I mean, this has been a year of that though. Like, hey, this isn't working for me anymore. I'm out. right? It's been a full year of that for me. So I'm actually happy about that. And, as it pertains to baseball, like if I had woken up and they would have come back, I would have been like, crap. But I would have been happy. But I woke up, I looked at the score, I go, it's about what I thought, looking at how they were playing last night.
Let me ask you this. Let's say we were a Mets morning show.
Yeah.
How many chips do you think you would have used already?
I would have been in arrears. I would have been in arrears. I would have been
asking us for your.
I would have had a marker.
I need another.
I need a marker.
I need more chips.
I need a marker.
Let me buy back in.
Yeah. 100%. I mean, it would have taken 10 games, and I would have been like, I would have walked in, slapped one down, and said, we are. This is the worst team I've ever seen. I don't know that I could ever get like that guy Frank, though. I don't think it's in me to be like that. I mean, attacking people like personally, players personally. I mean, yesterday went on a rant about Kodai Senga, who has like a spine issue, and he's like, he's spineless anyway. How do you hurt your spine when you're spineless? I'm like, bro, are you joking? I just don't think I could ever get like that. I get pissy about it, but I'm also, life goes on, man. There's another game today. Got a chance to win the series. I'm actually going to be in the house today.
Nice.
I'm excited, taking the entire fam.
Nice. It's the getaway day for the Cubs.
Yep.
It's always when you're at home. This is the one where you want to steal.
Yeah, you want to get this.
You get your bullpen back end at least fresh for this game.
Yeah.
Going to come down. Can Matt Waldron keep it close in his third start? The first two haven't gone so well.
I will say this. When I posted who's pitching, I go, Matt Waldron. He goes, oh. I go, would you rather be in school? You'd rather be in school? No, I want to go to the game. I go, this will be his first game of the year, Taylor's first game of the year.
Matt Waldron.
Oh, Hannah came with
better than school.
Matt Waldron is better than school. But I'm really looking forward to the dirty looks when I go pick them up early. I don't get one at preschool, but I do get one at Bo's school because it's, second grade. Walk in, I'm here to get Bo Woods he's got a doctor's appointment.
He's got an appointment.
He's got an appointment. I'll just say, I'll keep it vague.
A 1:10 p.m. appointment.
The start time for the appointment is 1:10.
Pre-game show for the appointment starts at 12:10
on 97.3 The Fan.
You can watch this appointment on Padres TV.
Yeah, or you could listen to the appointment here on 97.3 The Fan. But they look at me, and there's a weird look in their eye. And I'll walk in, in gear. Like, this guy looks like he's going to a baseball game. Now, I won't be walking in that gear because I didn't get any.
Correct.
I have other gear, probably old gear, that I'll wear. I don't know.
Want to borrow this?
No,
like,
I'm
it's
good.
comfortable.
I'm fine.
It's warm. If it's a little chilly at all.
Tyler says appointment with Dr. Waldron. That's right. That's where we're heading. His name is Dr. Waldron. But you do get the look in the interrogation. And I don't, it's like, okay, we've made this agreement that you have my kid for a certain time every day. And then, but he's my child. So I can do whatever I want with my child, even if it's on your time. That is the shared agreement that we have.
What if he misses something important? Like, this is the day they learn division.
It won't be.
Okay.
They're working on, oh man, I feel so bad for this kid, dude, because he's not going to get any help from his dad. And it's not that I'm not willing. It's that I'm unable. That's the thing is, we got an email. Hey,
willing, but unable.
Correct. The body is willing, but the mind is not.
Weak.
It's weak. So she sends home an email the other day. Oh, Bo needs to work on his vertices and something else. I'm like, what? With 3D imaging, right? How many vertices there are? I'm like, lady, you are barking up the wrong tree. We're going to have to hire a live-in tutor, like someone that just lives there. I don't know what to
tell
do.
You how many times in TV and radio over the last 30 years I've dealt with vertices.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. So I've
always said they should start teaching vertices earlier in school.
It's true. Yeah,
so important.
3D image, how many vertices there are on here? I'm like,
isn't it just a line?
I don't know, dude. You're asking me, and I have no earthly idea what I'm doing.
I mean, there's the x-axis, the y-axis, and if we're doing 3D, I'm assuming there's the Z-axis as well.
I have no idea. I really, really don't. And it's not the thing where it's like I'm lazy. I was so bad at math. My dad and I used to get in screaming matches. And I would cry. And I mean, we're talking when I was like 12. Like, I would cry. He's like, yeah, how do you not get this? Like, I'm like, I don't know. I was so bad at it. And I can't put him through that. I just can't. I cannot put him through that. So if I have to hire a tutor, I will. Because I want to make sure he gets it, man. But it's really tough.
Paulie and I were going over a question while you were out of the studio before the show.
On my water mission.
On your water mission, which you did get your eco water. And I wanted to get your opinion. What's the hardest day of the week?
For
just in general, like to get through? Because a lot of people will say, oh, Mondays are the worst. But Mondays, you got the energy from the weekend.
Yeah, easiest day for me is Monday and Friday.
Paulie was thinking it might be Wednesday in the middle of the week. Mm-hmm. Thursday, for some people, like you've got a lot of week behind you and you're tired, but you're not quite to Friday yet.
I call Thursday first Friday.
Yeah, first Friday.
I feel like Tuesday, for some reason, like I've Monday was fine. I breezed through it, and then the work week hits me on Tuesday, and that tends to be my hardest day.
I hate Tuesdays, and Wednesdays are tough. But I love Monday, Thursday, Friday.
Mine was Wednesday because, like, usually if I have like a basketball game or something on Tuesday night, I'm not feeling super spry on Wednesday morning, and you're like, usually we have a game every Tuesday night, which helps, but I'm like, just one guest today, full 4-hour show. But knowing like tomorrow off at 9 for the round table makes it a little bit easier. Sure. And then it's Friday, weekend's practically here.
Yeah. Then he says every day is the hardest when they feel like they all rolled together into a never ending day. The Groundhog Day thing is real. I mean, we're so routine oriented, right? You have to up at 4, up at 3:30, whatever, coffee, get down here, get ready, and it's just the show's 4 hours and you look up and you're like, okay, but wouldn't change it for the world. I got time during the day to do things I want to do, which is great.
It's amazing how mental it is though, because logically Friday should be the toughest day because you've been working all week. You should be the most tired.
Yeah, you usually are.
Yeah. But that carrot of the weekend always kind of gets you through Friday. Whereas when you don't have it on Wednesday for a couple of days, it makes you feel like that's a harder day, even though you haven't been working, as many hours in the week. When you get to Thursday, you've only worked 2 days.
Yeah. Enrique says winning makes it better. It does.
That's true too.
It's true. Like today would be an easier show had they won last night. And that's just the way that it is. That is the absolute way that the cookie crumbles, man, for us, for tier ones out there too. You wake up after dropping a game last night, which I hate to do the thing when I'm looking at a matchup and go, I'm probably going to call in my head, I'll probably call this one an L. It doesn't really line up for you. You could see them dropping this game. And I did. I went into that with that expectation. And then watching Walker Buehler early, I thought, oh yeah, okay. You were right. And then they battle back, as they oftentimes do. And then it gets the juices flowing again. And you're like, oh, okay, we may have something here. And then the bullpen comes in and just completely melts down. And you lose the game. And then you're going back to the reasoning of, well, you already had it penciled in your head as a loss anyway. You're fine. And that's exactly what I did.
Yeah, I tried to keep perspective because yesterday I said on Monday they kind of needed that one. That was their best matchup. They got it. And then my goal then was just take one of the next two.
Of course.
So the mission can still be accomplished today. They have not done anything that can jeopardize moving forward, win another series.
Yep.
Haven't lost a series since the first week of the season.
Which is
they
awesome.
Can keep all that going today. Now, if they don't, we can have a different conversation tomorrow. But yeah, there's no reason to hit any panic buttons after last night's game. One that you, as you said, kind of expected them to lose based on the matchup. Got a little excited that they might steal this one, actually. Here they go again. They may find a way to pull out a win, but ultimately just wasn't one of their better performances in a number of aspects in that game yesterday.
For sure. Offensively, defensively, pitching.
It just was kind of one of their weaker performances of the season.
Sloppy. It was actually kind of a sloppy game.
And it came against a very tough pitcher in Edward Cabrera, who has been tough on them in the past. So here we are, going, as many series do, going into a rubber game in the third game of the series.
Ray says, use a chip on Crony. So one thing, Ray, that I'm trying to teach my little leaguers and myself. You win as a team, you lose as a team. Crony has got to play better. He's got to, right? But I'm not going to come in and use a chip on one player. Most likely. I could see somebody doing a stupid bunt in the early innings cost us a game. I could see that. But no, I mean, look, Crony's got to play. He's got to play better. Period. He knows it. So I'm not giving up on anybody on this team. I really like this team.
I was surprised. I know we're getting into the baseball a little early. I was surprised to learn that the underlying metrics for Jake Cronenworth still has him as an above-average
crazy.
player.
I saw that same tweet last night, and I couldn't get my head around it. So
even though he's hitting 150, the stats tell you he's still an above-average player who's just getting unlucky. And that ball that he laced, what was the 6th inning when it was, before Tatis laced one the other way, I felt bad for him at that point. I'm going, man, you just need
he's in
one
the
of
chamber,
those.
Man.
When that left the bat,
I was like, yes.
I was going, there's no way that's not at least a double, maybe a triple. There's no chance anyone could catch that. He hit it so hard, it stayed up just long enough for Seiya Suzuki to make that nice sliding catch. I thought there was no way that ball gets caught at all.
Me and you both. Yeah, somebody just goes, man, the L's got to skip in foreplay. I know. Terrible.
Are we done then?
We're done.
All right, we're done. So that means
we'll do foreplay next here on Ben Woods, actually.
Supposed to be a crap up. We do have more to discuss from last night's game. We will get into it. We will set the menu for a Big League Wednesday.
What do you think would be the best place to go for fish tacos in San Diego?
Ooh, fish taco talk.
Again.
We did burritos yesterday. I figured we could do some fish tacos. I'm a big Oscars guy.
What's your favorite smash burger?
The answer, Mariscos Me Gusta Es. It's a food truck, and it is amazing.
I'm going to go with Oscar's Mexican Seafood.
Oscar's is good.
That's really good.
And I'll just throw it out there. It's fast food.
Rubio's.
But Rubio's original fish taco
solid, dude.
is pretty damn
Especially
solid.
on Tuesdays when it's only $2.50.
It's hard to beat.
Guess what I had for dinner last night?
Rubio's.
Yeah. $2.50.
Guess what I had for lunch the other day after Paulie said it? Rubio's. Advertising works, guys. Advertise with Ben and Woods.
Go get your Fanatic sweatshirts today.
Fanatic sends the sweatshirts. Woods.
Suckers.
All right, we'll come back. We'll set the menu, get you going on the Wednesday, the Big League Wednesday with Ben and Woods and Paul, broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
so let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
it's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
That is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? This spa with this. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Ben and Woods, brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. Here's what we've got coming up for you on the program. After the crap up, little Padres discussion in our 7 o'clock hour. DDT, don't do this. And then at 7:35, we'll be joined by Bret Boone on a Big League Wednesday. All guests on Ben and Woods appear on the SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking, it's better. Interested to discuss with Bret the two early firings in Major League Baseball.
Oh, yeah.
Alex Cora, Rob Thompson. And I don't know if he ever had a manager who was canned mid-season during his career. Most big leaguers who are around as long as Bret,
he knows somebody
probably
that knows
has gone through it. Certainly the dynamic is weird, though. Both teams kind of play a little bit better with their new manager. Both unhappy kind of that they got their manager fired, but then responded the way the front office probably wanted to see them respond after firing the manager.
Yep.
Don Mattingly got his first win as interim skipper of the Phillies yesterday. The Red Sox did lose, but had won 3 in a row before that yesterday. So see what Bret Boone has to say about that, the San Diego Padres, and more. We'll do that at 7:35. In our 8 o'clock hour, we'll play Take on Woods. Chance to again qualify for the grand prize. Tickets to the Padres-Phillies Memorial Day game. We got field level seats for you. 9 o'clock, Reindl Report headlines. At some point, want to discuss the big college basketball news yesterday. The NCAA tournament going from 68 to 76 teams. Didn't see a lot of people who were happy about it.
Yeah.
I will say San Diego State would have been in last year at 76 rather than 68.
In a play-in game?
I mean, 8 more teams doesn't seem like a huge number, and I get the argument that there's been an increase to like 360 whatever Division I teams.
Right. Yep.
And if you keep increasing the number of teams, you should expand the number of teams in the playoff at some point, or it gets really hard to make the NCAA tournament. But most insiders, everybody was going like, why are we doing this? No one asked for this. Stop forcing it down our throats. The NCAA tournament was great at 64.
Yeah.
We've lived with it at 68. Why are you continuing to make it bigger at 76?
That just add more play-in games on Monday and Tuesday?
Yeah. Tuesday and Wednesday.
Or Tuesday and Wednesday?
I believe here's how the math will work. 52 teams will be actually in, and then 24 teams will play on Tuesday and Wednesday, with the 12 winners then filling out the actual 64-team bracket. Yeah.
How many vertices are in there?
I don't know.
That's
is this the y-axis or the z-axis? We can discuss a little bit later in the program. Paulie's found some really good audio as well, and then we'll get you ready for some
nothing sports related.
Nothing sports related. Today. No. We'll get you ready for some early Padres baseball. 1:10 first pitch today. 12:10 Eco Water SoCal pregame show. Matt Waldron trying to lower his 12.46 ERA against Jamison Tayo in the rubber game of the 3-game series. Would be a really good series win for the Padres against a Cubs team that I definitely expect to see in the playoffs, and who knows, might get a rematch of the Padres-Cubs wildcard series like we had last year. So very important games for tiebreaker purposes, whatever, later in the season. You want to get this one if you can.
No question, man. No question. And you want to just keep winning series, and you want to win a series at home against a team that's good. You know, they're good, but, you know, you have just as much firepower as they have, right? If you're the San Diego Padres. That's the thing, is a lot of these pretty evenly matched when you look at these two teams. You look around and you go, okay, yeah, they got some stars. We actually probably have a few more stars on our team, but you want to get these games. You want to get these games at home. You want to keep the good vibes rolling. Again, Craig is out today. Randy Knorr will have the con, as it will, Benjamin, and be stepping in, and we'll see how he does. This is not his debut, is it? Has he managed before, like a full game?
I don't think so.
I don't know if he has or not. I mean, there's always a chance, you know, when he was.
in the minor leagues, he has many games.
Well, Toronto, if somebody got run, he managed. You know, maybe he managed 8 innings. I have no idea.
I don't know, but I don't know if he's ever started a game as the manager.
Got the lineup. Somebody was sick,
which is interesting again. And if you're wondering, because Ruben Niebla is the associate manager.
What's the deal with that?
So they explained it at spring training why this is the case. They don't want to get Ruben thrown out. If there's a situation where the manager gets ejected, if there's like beanball wars, which who knows, after yesterday,
you never
Cubs
know.
might want to take a shot at the Padres. It could, and you get the managers warned and then ejected. Padres don't want to lose their pitching coach. They're like, Ruben's that valuable. Like, they need him to go out and whisper his magic whisperings to the pitchers during the game. So they're not putting him in a position to ever get ejected unless he specifically does something like goes out and punches somebody and gets himself ejected. They want to make sure that Ruben's there throughout the entire game. So
makes sense.
Even if Randy Knorr gets ejected, Ruben's like not in the presidential line of succession.
Right.
It goes to someone else entirely. Probably
So
Bob Henley, the third base coach, becomes the manager after that.
I'm not even sure. Henley.
Don Henley from the Eagles.
Yes. It was an out of the box move that AJ Preller made, but I liked it. I do like it. Don Henley coaching third for your San Diego Padres. If I'm named the assistant manager or the associate manager and the manager's out, I'm saying it should be me.
It's me.
You guys said it. You made this thing up for me.
Think of him as the presidential chief of staff,
okay.
The one who actually wields the power and makes the decisions quietly behind the scenes, the puppet master of everything.
Now,
that's Ruben.
I don't usually like to ban people from our chat, but I would like to ban this guy that says Ruben whispering didn't work yesterday. He's so overrated. You're out of your mind. You're out of your mind. The dude is straight up the best in the biz. Straight up. There's just no doubt. And if you don't believe me, go ask the guys that he's taught how to pitch at Cy Young calibers. You know what I mean? Like, he's the best. I don't like to ban people from the chat, but I will ban you.
I think it's hard to truly compare one coach to another in many circumstances, sure. But
I think that one's a fair.
I will say that
he's not a magician, right? Like, you can't. Sometimes he's been able to put lips, and it's such a bad phrase, and I don't mean this personally, but like putting lipstick on a pig. You can't do it, right? He's been able to do it. He's been able to take scrap heap guys and turn them into very serviceable, if not great pitchers. And, guys that were DFA'd, guys that were, tossed aside, and they've turned into studs, and some of them have moved on. But Ruben, by all accounts, man, this is not a 97.3 The Fan flagship comment. This is hey, man, everybody in baseball is like, oh, yeah, we would kill to have.
Yeah, I would say that it's a fair comment. In a long baseball season, you're going to have starters and relievers who go out there. They're just not feeling it. They don't got it. A certain day. The arm's just a little tired. Ruben will make sure that whatever is going on, their mechanics are going to be right. Doesn't mean their pitching will be effective, but he will have them locked in with what they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, their plan and all that.
With their plan and everything
great,
quite well. But what I love about Ruben, and I can say with 100% confidence, he is such a good human being to talk to. You can tell, even when I'm not a pitcher, but when I talk to Ruben, I feel like I get more baseball knowledge.
You feel like a pitcher when
I feel like I understand things better. He's a really good communicator. He's like reasonable and logical, but also compassionate. Yeah. Tells it to you like it is.
Ask Adrian Morahone what he thinks. Adrian Morahone, who floundered in this system. Floundered. Big money, high expectations. Ask Adrian Morahone. Ask Blake Snell. Ask Dylan Cease. Ask all these guys.
Ask Randy
Vasquez. The list goes on and on and on and on and on. I mean, it's been crazy, the amount
Nick Martinez, Seth Lugo.
Mason Miller's pretty good.
He was already good. He's gotten better since he got here.
Blake Snell tributed his Cy Young to Ruben Niebla, right? Guys come here. Michael King might not have signed back here, was sending his stuff to Ruben in the offseason. So I think it's a dumb comment. It's fine. Everybody has dumb comments. I know I do. So I forgive you. Look at me. Just growth every day.
You may never use a chip at all.
I may not,
you may never use a chip again.
Peaceful woods, dude.
Yeah, retire at the end of the season with 10 chips. Wouldn't that be something?
Be amazing.
All right, let's
they don't carry over. So, I mean, I need to use them. They're like challenges, but it's great.
All right, so let's check traffic, and then we will get to the crap up, get into some specifics from last night's 8-3 loss to the Chicago Cubs coming up next year on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com.
San Diego westbound on the 94, solid slow from before the 805 to the 5. Santee, stop-and-go conditions westbound on the 52 before and after the 125.
This traffic report is brought to you by Rivermark Medical. Rivermark Medical is conducting a Rapid 3 study for FlowStent, a minimally invasive device designed to relieve symptoms from BPH. Men 45 or older suffering from frequent, painful, or difficulty urinating may qualify. Learn more at rivermarkmedical.com. That's rivermarkmedical.com.
It's a shame if they lose.
You got a problem.
How did things play out in yesterday's game?
Supremely stupid.
It's time for the Padres
Wrap-Up
with Ben and Woods brought to you by Hamul Casino Resort. Hey, player, here's something to cheer you up. The rooftop pool's open, day passes are available, and the spa is calling your name. Hamul Casino Resort, the player's place.
We'll give it 16 minutes of salt, and then we'll, get back on the pump and figure it out.
2-0 pitch is lined into left center field. That's going to get down. That's going to get Ian Happ home from second base. He scores easily. Bush, meanwhile, going to be waved at third. Throw comes into Tatis. No chance for a relay home. It's a 2-run double for Dansby Swanson, and the Cubs take a 2-0 lead here in the second. Xander Bogaerts swings at the first pitch. Hits one a mile in the air down the left field line towards the corner. This one gonna go top balcony Western Metal, able to keep it fair. Xander's 5th of the year, and the Padres on the board. It's 2-1. 2-2. France hits it hard up the middle into left center to base hit. Bogaerts rounding third. He's on his way. Gonna score easily. Ty France, another big hit. An RBI single, and this thing is 2-2. Horner swings, lines it over Fernando into right center, a base hit. Both runners will score as Lopez and Crow Armstrong cross the plate. Horner into second base, a 2-run double, and the Cubs are back ahead. It's 4-2. He's ready. Here's the pitch. Luis swings, hammers it on the line, down the left field line. That's a fair ball. Grant's rounding third. He'll score. Sheets is digging for third. He's there. It's an RBI single for Luis Campusano, and it's a 1-run game in the bottom of the 6th. Swung on, hit in the air, deep to center field. Jackson's going back, way back, at the wall, leaps up. It's going to go. 3-run homer, Pete Crow Armstrong. And now 8-3, Chicago in the 7th inning. And for PCA, his 2nd of the year. 8-3 Cubs, 2 outs, nobody on in the bottom of the 9th. 1-1 pitch. Johnson pops it in the air, shallow right field. Suzuki coming in and towards the line. He's there. He makes the catch. And for the first time this April, the Padres have lost a home game. Not bad considering it is April 28th. Pete Crow Armstrong's 3-run homer in the 7th. A big blast here tonight. And the Cubs win this thing by a final of 8-3.
That's a really good ball club over there as well. Like, we play well too, but it's hard to fall behind those guys and give them free passes and put them in good counts to hit, and just kind of got away from us a little bit right there.
Yes, it did. Yes, Randy?
The voice of Randy Knorr.
Yeah, it did get away from you. Control was really, really lacking by the bullpen. David Morgan is very concerning. He concerns me when he pitches. I really enjoyed his kind of story and what has happened with him in his career arc, but I don't know what it is. I know Velo's been down a tick for him. That has something to do with it, but really, man, the control has just been pretty bad at this point, and the ERA is kind of skyrocketing for David Morgan. And look, man, we talked about it yesterday, Benny. I think it's pretty fair. I think a lot of teams have their A and B teams in the bullpen. There's a pecking order. There's no question. Not everybody is a demon. Went into the season kind of thinking there's the potential for everybody to be a demon. Jeremiah Estrada, David Morgan, everybody but maybe Kyle Hart as being this guy's nasty, throws high 90s. He can get anybody out. And now you're kind of seeing, there's a couple of cracks in the armor here. Now, Jeremiah Estrada is pitching well, and Velo is back up for him. I expect him to be back soon as he's eligible. But David Morgan when he comes in, I don't feel supremely confident. And he was really off the mark early.
His batting average against is over 300,
which is just nuts.
They're hitting the ball well against David Morgan, but it wasn't just him. I mean, the entire Padres threw 5 pitchers yesterday. It was a parade of mid. I mean, look at the ERAs. Walker Buehler 5.4, Kyle Hart 5.8, David Morgan 6, Wandy 4, but trending in the very much upward direction, and Ron Marinaccio 5.4.
Yeah,
that's just not good pitching. And the one thing, I mean, if you're looking for a commonality in the Padres' 19 wins so far and their 10 losses, I would say the one thing that correlates most closely to Padres' wins and losses is not necessarily clutch hitting or some of the things that you think. It is throwing strikes. When the Padres pitchers throw strikes, they generally win the game. When the Padres pitchers lose the strike zone, as they did yesterday with 6 walks, 2 hit batsmen, and 3 wild pitches, they generally lose the game. And when they did not have the control that they needed with the guys that are out there. Those guys are not your best pitchers. They need to be sharp on their control especially against a good lineup like the Chicago Cubs.
That lineup is nasty. They grind ABs. They got really good hitters there. They've got veterans like Alex Bregman. I mean, those guys can play straight up. That's a good team you lost to last night. So you look at it and go, yeah, I mean, good teams are going to win those games as well. So fine, whatever, move on. But, you got to give yourself a chance. You got to give your team a chance to come back. And, I understand the pecking order of the bullpen and, using Adrian Morahone and Adam the night before for an up down for each, an inning and a third. Fine. You chase that win. You got that win. The guys then, the B team, if you will, they need to step up. Those are the guys that have to step up and keep you in that ball game last night. And they didn't get the job done. They know that. Certainly, but you're set up nicely for a series win today as far as the bullpen goes. If Matt Waldron can't, they got an off day tomorrow, Benny. This is an empty the tank type of day for the San Diego Padres.
Go get a dub.
Go get a dub today. Offense needs to show up early. A little bit of pressure off Matt Waldron, but yeah, man, I'm concerned about what the bullpen looks like right now. Certainly.
Just look at the Cubs rallies yesterday. Top of the second inning, Dansby Swanson 2-run double. Both of those guys that scored got on because they were walked by Walker Buehler.
Yep.
Nico Horner's 2-run double off David Morgan. Kyle Hart put those runners on, 1 walk, 1 single, and then the killer inning that they scored 4 runs. PCA hit the 3-run home run, leadoff walk to Seiya Suzuki, and a hit by pitch.
Yeah.
All fueled by lack of control.
Correct.
You're going to give up some hits.
Sure.
You're going to give up some home runs.
No doubt.
In the big leagues. But the walks are going to come back and kill you
at any level,
almost every time.
At any level, every level. Sloppy defense, too. Last night, and again, it's so funny, man. It always works this way. I saw the lineup come out. You see Jake Cronenworth moving over to third base. It didn't bristle me at all. I feel pretty confident with that glove really anywhere in the infield. He can play that. He has not in a while. I'll give you that. People were like, put Ty France at third and put Croney at first. I'm like, Ty France is a Gold Glove winning first baseman. Of course he gets Billy Bucknered. Of course he does. Of course he gets Billy Bucknered right through the wickets. And I wrote back a guy that I had said, dude, put Ty there. You want a Gold Glove. I wrote back, I go, all right, I'm going to delete this. It always works out that way. Just kind of sloppy last night. Now that one actually didn't.
They got out of that.
That inning.
Walker Buehler stranded, the bases loaded.
Holy smokes, man! I think it was 3-2 to that guy too. That was a nerve-wracking.
Felt like the game was on the line.
Felt like the game was on the line. Certainly.
I got a great little lesson from Jesse Agler as I was listening to the game last night about Jake Cronenworth. Got as you said, start at third base with Manny not starting. They said Greg Stammen before the game said he is available to come off the bench. Whether that was true or whether that was gamesmanship to make Craig Counsell worry about bringing in a left-hander at some point with Manny potentially sitting there, I don't know. Woods pointed out before the show, they didn't go to Manny when they had first and third in the 6th inning, and they brought in the lefty reliever. They just left Bryce Johnson in to switch from the left side to the right side. You could have gone to Manny now,
or Andujar.
Or Andujar, he's also nursing like a hamstring.
So he was banged up. I read Kevin had dropped this on Sunday, I believe, and said that he's been nursing a sore hamstring. Well, then he played on Monday and played hard and was trying to beat out that broken bat single. I think he had a couple hits. He really tested it. So my guess was Andujar's down. Then of course you saw Manny's injury. And you're like, oh, we must have had a really banged up bench.
So if Manny could hit, but maybe wasn't ready for the field, you would have had to do some wild. We were kind of figuring out what they would have had to do. Likely would have had to put Gavin Sheets in at first base, which then they would have lost their designated hitter for the last 3 innings of the game.
Which you would have had to pinch hit.
And they would have had only Andujar and Fermin left on the bench. You might have put yourself in a really bad situation.
Can you imagine Craig Stammen getting to the airport, checking his phone? What is happening? What is going on?
Who is where? Diesel, I'm with you. He says anybody but Beach in that situation. Now, Beach has come through in his very limited time. It was not a great AB. I'll give you that. But when you have Andujar there, they bring in the lefty Milner. You've got Andujar and you got Manny there. And I understand what a day off looks like. I do. But in that situation, I get it. It's only the 6th inning. If Manny, it makes me nervous that these guys are more banged up than they're letting on.
Back to the history lesson, though. Jake Cronenworth has played, before last night, 1 inning at third base in his career.
Yeah.
Came back in 2020, his rookie season. I go, that's weird. So Jesse Agler had the story, and I didn't remember this, but it came in the 6th inning of a game against the Dodgers. And they moved Jake to third, but here's what they did. It was lefties, like 3 of the 4 batters were lefties, and this was during the shift. So Jake was actually playing Manny third base in shallow right field. So he was essentially playing deep second base. He wasn't at third at all, except for 1 batter.
He was marked down as a third baseman.
He was marked down as a third baseman, but he didn't actually play in the third base position during that inning. He did in college a little bit. But they asked, that was a big ask. He didn't really get any plays that I can remember, other than trying to tag out a guy on a steal and the ball popped out of his glove.
Yeah.
But Tatis,
he had the ground ball that he cut across, got it.
I got nice, one, yeah. And throw, Tatis continued to look pretty good at second base. I mean, at some point, he continues to fumble a little bit, and his arm has saved him a couple of times. It hasn't cost him yet. At some point, you're gonna not make the play because everyone does, but they had him out there. And then the one I thought positive, well, a couple positives of the game, the Xander Bogaerts at bat, not the home run. Home run was great.
Home run was spectacular.
But the at bat with 2 challenges to get on, turn a strikeout into a walk, then steal second and score.
Suck.
Yeah, the bad home plate umpire.
Man,
how do you get 2 wrong and 1 at bat?
Dude,
it was that was impressive, and also somewhat probably satisfying, since it was, of course, against the Cubs.
Yes.
Xander couldn't challenge in the playoffs last year in the 9th inning of game 3. And he said, see, now I can challenge. And it was the similar pitches just below the zone. Tells you Xander knows his zone and knows the low part of the zone, especially because he was very confident on both of those calls that those pitches were low.
Well, I still got to imagine there's so much pressure you'd still feel on yourself, like as the batter, to make that challenge.
Yes.
And then when you get the first one, you're like, whew, right? Well, you're like, I don't want to be the guy that loses a challenge. And then when 2 pitches later, you have to challenge.
I think the second one was easier because he won the first one and he knew the second was even a little lower than the first one.
Bro.
How the umpire does that, I called this one low and I got embarrassed. The next one is even lower. Let me call a strike again and see what happens.
Please, when you go into the clubhouse again, somebody ask somebody why Fernando Tatis Jr. is not challenging balls. There was a ball, 2 balls off the plate.
Yeah, way outside.
And there was one inside.
It was a low leverage situation because it was the first pitch or something, or second pitch of an at bat.
It happened twice
early in a game.
But it happens twice.
They want you to do those, but
it happens twice a game for him, which is unfortunate. The umpire was atrocious last night, just atrocious. So
Ty
glad
France,
for you,
Luis Campusano coming through with a couple of RBIs again was nice to see.
It's just like we said that Xander Bogaerts and Luis Campusano will carry this team until May. That's what we all said.
What about Jesse Agler, though? Great story about Jake Cronenworth, but could he incorporate the word effluvium into last night's broadcast?
I'm sure he could.
We will let you know how he did. Coming up next with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan. I sense that Padres fans could use a little good news
Yeah,
this
I love
morning.
good news.
I can provide. Good rehab outings yesterday at AAA El Paso. Griffin Canning, 5 innings, 4 strikeouts, just 1 unearned run in his 5th rehab start, 3 hits allowed and a walk. So solid performance in the very altitude-laden Pacific Coast League in a 16-2 win over Albuquerque. And Jeremiah Estrada, inning pitch, strikeout, walk, scoreless inning, topped 97 miles an hour on the radar gun, which would indicate that Jeremiah Estrada is getting close to coming back and fortifying a Padres bullpen that, as you mentioned, yeah, Mason Miller's been great, although human, gave up a couple of runs. Jason Adams been great.
It's phenomenal.
Adrian Morejon has bounced back after a bit of an unlucky start and has been pitching well. But everybody else has been, at best, inconsistent.
It's been a while, Padres fans, has it not? That you had more than like 1, maybe 2 guys that gave you kind of the bubble guts when they came in, right? Like maybe last year, Yuki, anytime he came in last year, I was like, oh God, hold on, brace yourself. Jeremiah Estrada was nails till the end of the year last year, but like it's been a while since we've looked at the bullpen and gone, yeah, we need maybe 3-4 pieces down there.
And I checked last night, and the Padres were 9th in bullpen ERA in baseball, which is still top 3rd. Normally you'd say that's fine, but with this team, they really need to be like 1 or 2 or 3. We expected the bullpen to be not just a strength, but an overwhelming strength of the team, and it hasn't been an overwhelming strength for the San Diego Padres in the way you would like it to be.
I mean, those numbers are very skewed too by the guy at the back end of your bullpen, I would imagine.
But all of them, which one?
Mason Miller, Jason Adams.
Yeah, I mean, positively
skewed. Yeah.
Certainly helped by that. So, there is room for improvement. I do think some of these guys will bounce back a little bit. They will go through some good stretches. They will go through some bad stretches. But the Padres bullpen should be better than maybe we've seen it so far, other than, Mason Miller and Jason Adams. Obviously, on those days, they're in really good shape, but you can't pitch those guys every single day. You're going to need contributions from other members of your bullpen.
Yeah,
so
you are. I mean, those guys are going to have to come through.
And it'll help if they can get a real Jeremiah Estrada back with strikeout, swing and miss capability that he's got.
You nailed it, man. I mean, hey, 9, that's great. That's top 3rd of baseball. No. Not with this team, the way that they're constructed, the starting pitching question marks up and down, and that bullpen has to be aces, man, as we all thought it would be. And there's still plenty of time for them to get it dialed in. But yeah, man, Marinacio's been a little bit disappointing. Now, again, some of those guys got torched, lit up in Mexico City. Some of them got hit hard in Colorado. Like, give them a week, whatever, and see. But
we're still in the small sample.
We are.
I mean, guys between 10 and 15 innings thrown. You're going to skew numbers quite a bit at this point.
Yeah, for sure. I totally agree. But yeah, they need to be. You have to be able to trust that when Adrian and Jason Adams and Mason Miller aren't available, that those guys can get the job done too, and keep you in a ball game. Don't let the game spiral out. Don't walk guys, don't put guys on, don't hit guys, don't wild pitch guys over to third base. Like, keep your team in the game, and sometimes you're going to win those games, and sometimes you're going to lose them. But 5 runs that late in the game it's almost insurmountable right now with the way that some of the guys are swinging.
But the really good news, and I might even argue the best long-term news that the Padres have had in the year 2026 is this. Ethan Salas looks like a top prospect again.
He really does.
Ethan Salas, who is still just 19 years old, playing against much older competition at Double-A San Antonio, has really gotten into a groove. Homered in his 3rd straight game yesterday. His batting average is .305, on base .379, slugging .525. That's an OPS well over 900 at this point through 17 games.
That'll work.
4 stolen bases, and he is continuing to play Major League Baseball caliber defense behind the plate. Ethan Salas, whose prospect stock obviously dropped significantly over the last season and a half where he didn't play. I mean, he missed all of last year because of the back injury. I think 10 games is all he ended up playing. Is going to rocket back up the prospect charts. If he keeps doing anything like this as a 19-year-old, I think he's soon to turn 20. But if he continues to do this, he's going to go rocket back up into the top 10 in overall prospects in baseball.
Guys, hitting bombs off lefties,
which
it's really nice.
Of course, gives AJ Preller both the option of, hey, we've got a future potential superstar in the big league level, or we have one of the greatest trade chips again.
Like, I can trade him again
if we need to address pitching issue. Starting pitching, you could maybe get a premium return if Ethan Salas continues to do this at the AA level. So that might be the best long-term news that the Padres have had so far this season.
It's crazy, man. 3 years of experience under his belt, and he's not 20 years old yet. And healthy, that's the thing. Keep him healthy, keep him rolling. I would love to see him as the future catcher of the San Diego Padres, but I would understand, once this kind of prospects are so fickle, and they're so fickle, and if he's back up to being one of those top guys, okay, I would understand it. You traded Leodalis DeVries. That means anything is on the table.
Right.
Leodalis DeVries, who was going to be the future of your team in the infield, Ben, you traded him. So I don't put anything past that front office.
That's why I've always kind of felt for years, at least covering this Padres team with AJ Preller at the helm, there's no such thing as an untradeable or untouchable prospect. We love to use that word.
Yeah.
But there's no such thing, because if Mason Miller's available, all of a sudden your untouchable prospect could be moved.
He's very touchable
last year.
Very touchable at the time with Mason Miller for 4 years, by the way.
Yes.
Not a rental.
I don't like that word, and I thought Leodalis DeVries was as untouchable of a prospect as you could get. I thought there was no chance he does not debut in a Padres uniform.
Yep.
By the way, Salas is doing it for a truly awful minor league team. San Antonio's 5-17 this season.
Ooh, rough.
But he's continuing to perform at a very high level for AA. Let's get to the Incorporator. Had Jesse on yesterday, gave him his E award, 5th week of the season, as we run through the alphabet in the Merriam-Webster dictionary and try to find some words that he has to incorporate into our San Diego Padres broadcast. Paulie, if you would set it up for us. Jesse, it's the 5th week of the Incorporator. That means we are on the letter E. Not S for sesquicentennial, as you and Bob were talking about. We played that audio from last night as well. Paulie, if you would give...
He shouted you out. That's
right. He shouted us out, yep. Would you give Jesse his E word this week for the Incorporator?
Effluvium.
Effluvium. There's actually 2 different definitions. You can work either in. Effluvium refers to an unpleasant smell, vapor, or noxious fume, particularly a gaseous waste from decaying matter. So like from a bog or a landfill or something, an effluvium.
Sure.
It also can refer to temporary hair loss caused by stress.
I have an addendum. You are not allowed to use scan in your description because he will never.
No hair loss.
Right,
yeah.
Exactly. Like you cannot use scan.
All right, so that was it. And it was, in fact, Jesse and Bob Scanlon on the radio last night. Yep. And we go late, Paulie, right?
Yeah, Jesse's kind of had a few late incorporators this season, but this was, I believe, the top of the 8th inning.
Real pitch is low ball 4. So no extra base hit, but he will draw a 1-out walk here in the 8th inning. Wrigley is just that kind of special place. And it doesn't matter whether you're in the clubhouse or walking through the grandstands. I mean, even the effluviums of the stale beer under the left field bleachers in August, not enough to make it an unpleasant experience. It's just magical for a baseball fan.
I encourage every baseball fan to try to experience at least once in their life.
The effluviance of...
I don't know if effluviance is a word, but the fluvium.
Effluviums of the stale beer under
stale beer under the bleachers on a hot August day.
Noxious fumes, yeah.
Effluviums of the stale beer under the left field bleachers in August. Not enough to make.
All right.
I'd give him
a pass.
That works.
Yeah. Gets a pass from me.
Yeah, not bad. I was looking up AAA stats because you asked me about Ty Adcock. I don't see him. What happened to him?
I have no idea.
From spring training. They had all kinds of, arms during spring training. I mean, Alec Jacob is still down there and pitching pretty well if you needed another arm in the bullpen for the Padres.
He's another one that makes me very nervous.
Let's see. Tristan McKenzie is down there, but not pitching very well. Logan Gillespie has been up in the big leagues, obviously, a couple of times. He's still pitching.
He was so good in spring
at
training.
AAA.
Ty
He
Adcock
was.
does not appear to have any minor league appearances.
Cool.
Did he just disappear off the face of the earth?
Yeah, maybe.
After spring
I
training.
wonder if somebody else grabbed him. I have no idea.
You got Omar Cruz as one of your minor leaguers is still down there. He has not pitched well so far.
Well, again,
Yuki actually has a 3.72 ERA in the Pacific Coast League, which is pretty good as he continues to rehab. But they haven't really made any motion to bring him back to the big league level yet.
Well, you're going to need the help. You're going to need the help. You've got some help down there in Estrada, and that's good. And yeah, man, Yuki, I hope that he figures it out. It's tough. It's uncomfortable with Yuki and Wandy, my beloved Wandy.
Purple says Adcock on the IL.
Oh, he's on the IL.
And he's been there all season, apparently.
All right. Okay. I forgot completely about Ty Adcock.
I was thinking yesterday, has anybody seen any update on Joe?
No, it's been very quiet.
Like crazy quiet.
Crazy.
I saw him in the background sitting there
on the bench or on the bucket the other night.
Saw him on the bucket. That's exactly where I saw him sitting there.
And I think last week I heard Craig Stammen asked, and they said he's continuing to throw.
Yeah,
but not pitch yet.
Yeah.
So he's just throwing. Seems like it's a very slow process for Joe. But that no sign of like a setback in terms of like, nope, can't even throw. He is throwing. He's regularly throwing. But
the whole thing's a setback. Because we saw him come back, and then he was not able to come back fully. So,
but since we have last seen him, the plan continues to be slowly progress.
Same with Pavetta.
Very slow.
Quiet.
I mean, we at least knew. They said initially a couple months probably. For Pavetta.
I think Pavetta is still in the rest phase, so I don't think they can know whether he's progressing or not until after the rest phase is over.
It's my favorite phase.
The resting phase?
I just need Adam to call me and go, hey, you just need
resting
to rest.
Pitch phase?
Just rest for a while. All right, cool. So I don't need to do anything. No, just rest. That's what I want to do. Not in the rest phase.
No. We got Don't Do This coming up next. I just found a good one. Boston Magazine has named
I saw this.
their cover person for influential Bostonians.
Okay.
And it's a bad choice.
All right, I'm into it.
Sometimes when you have a plan, things happen, and you should maybe adjust your plan.
They did not adjust.
I have an idea. I have an idea on who it is.
Adjust the plan. We'll get to Don't Do This, and then Bret Boone will join us on a Big League Wednesday coming up at the bottom of the hour. Stay tuned. More Ben and Woods coming up on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. First, though, there's that certain feeling you get late in a close game where everything is on the line. One bad break can change the outcome. For a lot of people, retirement feels the same way. You don't want it to feel that way, but it does. You worked hard, you saved, but the questions keep coming. Will the money last? What happens if the market drops? What about healthcare costs? And what does inflation do over the next 20 or 30 years? That uncertainty is real. That's why Trajan Wealth is here. They help people turn that uncertainty into a plan. TRAJANwealth.com. Their fiduciary advisors work with you to build a retirement strategy designed for real life, not just best case scenarios. And they do it right here with offices at Liberty Station, Carlsbad, and Del Mar. So if this is something you've been meaning to look into, start simple. Visit TRAJANwealth.com or call 619-367-0207 to talk with their team. Again, 619-367-0207. Or again, just go online anytime to TRAJANwealth.com. Trajan Wealth. Plan smarter, dream bigger. Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Actual client paid advertisement. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? This spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Got Bret Boone coming up on a Big League Wednesday in just over 10 minutes on our SDCCU fan hotline. It's not Big Bank Banking, it's better. But first, it is time for Don't Do This, brought to you by Dixieline Lumber and Home Centers, helping San Diego homeowners and contractors fix it, build it, and
enjoy it.
Well, I will start with, poorly timed magazine cover. Boston Magazine naming their most influential Bostonians. And I mean, there's a lot of people on the list in a big article inside the magazine, which apparently was put to bed, as they say in the publishing business, a few weeks ago before it actually hit the shelves this week.
Also in the coaching business, as it pertains to this story, I believe.
Just the ironic choice of their cover figure of most influential Bostonians. Yeah, that's Mike Vrabel with Drake May, quarterback of the New England Patriots, sitting there as, I mean, I guess he still is influential, but with the controversy and the Diana Rossini story coming out, not necessarily someone you want to be profiling in a positive way at the moment in the city of Boston.
There's nothing they could have done.
I don't know.
Editor,
I mean, once it's already been printed, and
now
is there anything you can do?
Release the
I mean,
delivery?
you can just trash them all and just not send them out, but that you're going to lose a lot of money that way. All the advertisers, everything, you got to give their money back.
Conversely, everyone's talking about this in Boston. Everyone's talking about this. We're in San Diego. We're talking about it. So
I don't think it's like, we're going to make this sneaky choice.
No, exactly.
And put Vrabel on because it's going to get a lot of attention. I truly do believe this was decided, was edited, was published, and was printed before any of this even came out. Like, what is it, a week and a half ago that this story's been going on?
Oh, it's been longer than that. It's been like 3 weeks.
It's been like 3 weeks, but magazines are like quarterly, so they do a lot of this well in advance, and they just simply couldn't change it. But
that's fantastic.
It's a DDD chuckle. That's the guy who
is DDD.
A DDT chuckle.
Oh, DDT. You said DDD.
DDT.
Triple D.
Don't do this. Triple D. Diners, drive-ins, and dives.
That's one way. Hey, this is kind of a don't do this, and I guess shout out to their family right now. Saw the news yesterday pop up on my Instagram that San Diego's experiment with women's professional volleyball is now, in fact, ending. The San Diego Mojo, they're going to play one more home game tomorrow night before heading to Dallas, here in Dallas, for the Major League Volleyball playoffs. They have had a good season, have really had a good season. They made the playoffs. They have a chance to win the championship, and then their franchise is going under. Apparently, the league said we want to go in a different direction. And the owner, Gary Jacobs, said in a statement, he wanted to take the 2027 season off while building a long-term plan, but the league believes a different direction is required. So they remain committed to San Diego. They're going to try to find some new investors, but for next year, Ben, they are not going to be a team anymore. So how we do it on this show.
And I really hope we can see more unity and more peace when already things are so difficult. So, shout out to his family.
Now, the Mojo could still do the most amazing thing.
And win the championship.
Win the whole bleeping thing.
That's right.
And then, move to Miami or whatever they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah, I was at San Diego State yesterday talking with Brandon Stone from KUSI. Yeah. And we were talking about the volleyball. There's two professional women's volleyball leagues that compete against each other. It's just no one really has been able to cut through and figure out how to totally make it work
then
financially.
They're not interested in a merger.
Yeah,
I
think there was some sort of feud between the two, and they really should all come together. Like the one that the Mojo is not in, I don't even know what the name is. They have more TV rights. You don't really see the Mojo on television at all, and that's hurt that league, the Major League Volleyball League. So it's tough, when it's not an Olympic year. Volleyball just doesn't have a lot of big name stars. Can you name a professional women's volleyball player? You can
Misty
name
May.
Beach volleyball.
Carrie Walsh.
Yes, you can name beach volleyball players. Yeah. But indoor volleyball players, there's just no one.
Carrie Walsh Jennings, obviously. I think. Oh, you did?
Yeah.
You said Carrie Walsh Jennings?
I said Carrie Walsh.
Oh, okay. Well, it's Carrie Walsh Jennings. We like to be accurate. You can get free tickets. You can claim up to 8 free tickets for the last game ever tomorrow.
Viejas Arena.
Well, then I guess there's only one thing left to do. What's that? Win the whole thing.
Agreed.
Let's go Mojo.
Go Mojo.
All right, finally, a little do this.
DD mega doo-doo.
I think no one would have blamed Rob Thompson if he was a little perturbed at his firing by the Philadelphia Phillies yesterday. Guy had took him to the World Series, is generally well-liked, well-respected in his clubhouse. I never heard a bad thing, really, from any of those guys about Topper. They got off to a slow start. That might be all it is, a slow start for the Philadelphia Phillies, but they fired him. I am so impressed, though, with how he has handled it. I mean, you talk about class. He has had nothing but positive things to say about the Phillies, his bosses in this entire process, handling it like a gentleman, saying
he's not passively aggressively posting things on Instagram.
He is not passively aggressively posting things on Instagram. Even when he heard that while he was still manager, Dave Dombrowski called Alex Cora and basically offered Cora his job before he was even fired. He said, don't blame him at all. Dave Dombrowski, great manager. You got to do what's best for the club. That's absolutely fine with me.
Classy
Did not
dude.
feel like he was stabbed in the back at all, and actually said, and if they need me for anything in the organization, I will be there for them. I don't know if there's anything they want me to do. Said tonight I'm just going to watch some playoff hockey, but I'm absolutely open to working for them in the future, whatever they need. Really,
very classy,
really
move.
classy guy,
That's
and
actually,
the way he has handled this.
That's actually how you're supposed to do it. The high road is tough for a lot of people, and not for Topper though. He said, my wife put in a pool a couple years ago. He's like, I think I'm going to just chill and take a swim, and it's great, man. You put your whole life into the game of baseball, and if it doesn't work out in the end, there's no reason for him to be bitter and upset. I bet you there's a more than small part of him that's relieved.
Who was it? I was listening to MLB radio, and I think it was Derek Shelton, who of course got fired and now rehired as manager this year
for the
Twins. and he was with the Pirates, and they asked him, "What's the first emotion you get when you're fired?" And he goes, "Relief. This is a highly stressful job, and just knowing I am no longer responsible for this, for the lineups, for the decisions, the 900 million decisions I have to make every day. The first thing you feel is relief, and then you kind of go, I wish things had been different. What did I do wrong?" And then you kind of start second guessing and questioning yourself, and then maybe some anger, like, hey,
how could they do this?
I've been working really hard at this. They know how hard this job is. Why? You can't blame me. I'm not the only one. This is a team effort. Why am I the one that gets the only one who gets the pin? You go through all the stages.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's a real thing. Those stages. Relief. I could imagine that. I could, especially if things they got off to such slow starts. We'll ask Bret Boone about that as well. Now, same kind of thing happened to him. He was hitting coach last year, and he's not now.
That's true.
You know what I mean? It's not the manager, but the same. You're right there. You're with the guys every single day. We can ask him about that as well.
He also replaced someone who got fired.
Yeah, he did.
In that situation as well, which is awkward. We will talk about it on a Big League Wednesday next. First, that was Don't Do This for a Wednesday.
That was Don't Do This with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
Bret Boone coming up next. Stay tuned. It is Ben and Woods broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Well, you're talking about relief, man. What's better feeling than when you get the car or truck of your dreams and it doesn't break the bank and you feel like, man, I made a really wise decision. That's why I highly recommend, if you are in the market for a new car or truck, electric car, truck, whatever you need, Sedano Ford and Lincoln, they can help you hop into a new ride with, again, the numbers that respect your wallet a little bit and don't put you out in the cold. The 2026 Ford Mustang EcoBoost Fastback is just $299 a month. And the future of trucks, the 2025 F-150 Lightning XLT is $298 a month. The 2025 Ford Ranger XLT, $289 a month. And the premium electric drive, the 2026 Mustang Mach-E Select, just $346 a month. Big, long history in our family with Ford. And Manny Sedano does it right. It's got an incredible history of service. Sedano Ford and Lincoln, they are dealerships that San Diego can trust. Make sure to tell them Woodsy from 97.3 The Fan sent you down there. For more details, go to SedanoFord.com. You can find these offers, check the inventory. Also pop into their beautiful dealerships down there in La Mesa. But really simple today. Just log into SedanoFord.com. He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Not that now.
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
That is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Lots of interesting changes already being made around Major League Baseball. We'll get the input from Bret Boone on a Big League Wednesday. He is standing by. Will join us right after a check of traffic here on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com.
San Diego westbound on the 94, solid slow from before the 805 to the 5. Santee, stop and go conditions westbound on the 52 before and after the 125.
Traffic brought to you by Albertsons, Vons, and Pavilions. It's barbecue season. Time to dust off the grill and head on over to Vons or Albertsons. Get fresh 80% lean ground beef. Now just $3.99 a pound when you buy 3 pounds or more with membership where applicable. Shop in store or online at Vons or Albertsons.com.
And we're joined right now by Odyssey MLB Insider Bret Boone. Bret, the host of the Bret Boone podcast, featuring the most notable names in MLB and around sports every week. Insider calls presented by Grainger. For the ones who get it done, Grainger offers the professional-grade products you need, delivered when and where you need them. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. And we say good morning to Bret Boone. Good morning, Booney, first of all.
Good morning, guys. What's up?
How are you?
I'm good.
Good, man.
I couldn't be better.
Good, yeah.
Outstanding.
Us too.
So we figured in your long major league career, you must have been on a team where a manager got sacked at some point during the season. Rarely in April, though, and we saw 2 of them this past week, which is pretty crazy. Your thoughts?
The Red Sox one threw me off. Now, just going back to a year ago, I don't think the expectations in Boston last year were that high. I think they overachieved. I think they won 89 games and bettered the roster for 2026 and got off to a terrible start. That being said, with the history of Cora, his success in Boston, kind of a beloved figure, this was kind of a little quick for me, and it leads me to believe that something deeper was going on, and something. It just doesn't add up. They signed him a 3-year deal. He had, $14 million left on a 2-year deal, and you're a month in. You're off to a horrible start, and we know, especially on the East Coast, New York, Chicago, Boston, that they don't put up with a lot. So I understand that, but to a guy like Cora in the middle of a deal, slow start, it's not even out of April. I think there was something deeper going on behind the scenes with front office and Cora. So that's there. And then all of a sudden just dismiss, the entire staff basically with him. That was a little knee jerk for me. So something deeper was going on. When it came to Philly, I think the writing was kind of on the wall. And once a high profile guy like Cora gets fired, now all of a sudden, the Philly situation seems like, oh, well, that's what we're going to do too. We got Don Mattingly sitting here on the bench. Don Mattingly's son's the general manager. Philly, another city where high expectations, put up or shut up. But Thompson was, from all accounts and from what I've heard, and I don't know him personally, but players really liked him. Kind of another guy that there wasn't too much negative talk I've ever heard about him. But this is kind of what happens. And he got fired. And you look at one other potential is one of my favorite managers in the game is Mendoza in New York with the Mets. And when you have expectations and that type of payroll and the way they collapsed at the end of last year and now starting off this year, if they don't start winning it, that's not going to surprise me either as the third early on in the season. But, a lot of games to play. Who knows? Maybe the Mets will turn around and win 7 in a row and he'll be off the hot seat. But that's just the nature of the game, and it happens. I've been on teams where guys got fired midseason. Ray Knight in Cincinnati for me, and I think 96. It was either 96 or 97. It's a little bit of a shakeup. Sometimes it breathes a little life into that room, and the players go on a run right afterwards. Sometimes it's really just a changing of a name on the lineup card, and it really doesn't make a difference. Bottom line is, and we all know this, as staff members, as uniform personnel, whether you're the hitting coach, in my case a year ago, the manager, there's only so much we can do. At the end of the day, these players are the ones that make the engine go, and they're either going to play good or they're not. And you can change the name at the top of the lineup card, but players win games, and unfortunately managers lose games publicly. So that's what we're looking at.
How was that for you, Booney? I mean, you got called. It was the greatest story. Michael Young was like, how about you, Booney? You're like, I don't know, man, really? And then you go end up doing it, and you had some success, with these guys, and you get to know them. And then they're like, all right, well, we're not bringing you back this time, right? After
it was that damn Skip Schumacher.
Yeah, that damn Skip Schumacher got you.
No, it wasn't necessarily that in my situation. It was a little more complex than that. So I didn't get fired.
Right.
We had a discussion and asked, we're basically talking about, I was asked, what do I want to do? And the way it worked out and the details behind the scenes on how it was going to be, I didn't feel were efficient for me. Now, I have no ill will. I had it was great getting back in the game and getting that experience on the coaching side. I haven't been in uniform in a long time, and it was a great. I loved the players. I loved the grind, that misery, but it's something I was kind of built for.
Was it better than coaching at fantasy camp?
Yes, which was better.
Oh, fantasy camp's way easier, much more fun.
You can get drunk on the job if you want to.
Yeah, if you want to.
Yeah.
In my drinking days, I'd have been hammered the whole time in fantasy.
A lot
camp.
of guys do.
Nowadays I live my life a little differently, but no, fantasy camp is a different animal. That's fun. That's for me to mock you consistently.
Correct.
You and your abilities. But all kidding aside, the coaching and I would sit there last year because, this is all, of course I can sit there and tell you the nuances of the game, this and that, but until you live that side of the ledger on the coaching side or the managing side, you just, you don't know. You have to experience it. And I had nights where I just sat up in my room and I was miserable. This is racking my brain. How can I get Josh Young to get a hit tomorrow?
Yeah.
What can I do? And I really can't do anything except for put him in a position to succeed the best way I know how. And sometimes I'm a psychiatrist, and sometimes we're talking about the off season just to get his mind in a place. So it's much deeper than that. But at the end of the day, you kind of love the misery, if that makes sense. It's like, man, I've been doing this my whole life. As a hitter, I go back to my playing days and, you're going through state, you're just not seeing the ball. That's the fifth slider I chased off the plate. This isn't fun, but it's like, I'm going to get up tomorrow. I'm going to figure this crap out and I'm going to get it done. So it's a catch-22, but yeah, it's somewhere I'm meant to be. I might be back in uniform again next year because It's like I said, it's something I'm built for. It's something that's kind of innate in me. It's something I've always done, but it's a tough job. And it's a tough job being the hitting coach, being a pitching coach, being a manager. You have bosses to answer to, and you have responsibility. And when the hitters don't hit, they look at you and say, "What's wrong?" And I'll say, "I'm not hitting."
Yeah, no idea.
Quite the contrary. When they're raking, and they come to you, man, you are a guru. And I go, it's not me. It's these guys, you know? So let's play it both ways, because you love it when your offense is humming and you're just sitting back like you're just a genius. But when the offense isn't humming, you're hiding in that dugout going, hey, wait a minute. It's not me. I don't have any bats with my name on it.
Right. Oh, that's so good.
Talking to Bret Boone on a Big League Wednesday. Insider Calls brought to you by Grainger for the ones who get it done. Bret, I want to ask you, have you ever seen a guy later in his career reinvent himself, like positively? And I'm asking about Walker Buehler, because I think he's one of the more fascinating members of the Padres. He's not the Walker Buehler from the Dodgers from 6-7 years ago. Doesn't have the velocity, but he hasn't been bad. He hasn't been great. He looks like he's close. Pitched again last night, 4 2/3. 2 runs. I mean, I feel like there might be an effective starting pitcher in there, but he's trying to do it very differently than he did it early in his career. Is that even possible?
Absolutely. It's not easy. A guy that, especially for the power pitchers, the guys that relied on that velocity and blowing people away, all of a sudden you don't have that next gear anymore and you're a lost soul. It's like, wait a minute, I've been doing it one way my whole life and now I've got to change. I've seen it happen. And it's great. Bartolo Colon is the best example I can come up with. I remember him as a kid coming up, and he had 90, 98, 99 in the tank whenever he wanted it. And as a young pitcher, we loved hitting off him. We called it the lightest fastball in the game because we knew in a 3-1, 2-0, he's going to rev it up and he's going to throw it as hard as he can. And we're waiting for it. And when you're a young hitter in the big leagues, I used to tell people, I said, I can hit a bullet. That doesn't bother me. It's the other stuff. It's the guys that really pitch and kind of have a strategy to it. As Bartolo got a little bit older and he started, being a Cy Young candidate,
two-seamer. Oh my God,
he started pitching, and I tell people this he kind of was pitching like Maddox. He had pinpoint control. He would subtract, and that's an underrated thing. And today, all we talk about is velocity. How hard's he throwing? What's that exit velo? Which are all kind of great for entertainment value, but they're all nonsense when it comes to how important they are. And he would subtract, and all of a sudden, when he was predictable in a 2-0, 3-1 count to throw it as hard as he could. If he's sitting at 94, all of a sudden he'd throw me a pitch 88. That's what hitters don't like. That's what gets it off the barrel. And a guy like Bartolo went from a power pitcher with a huge ceiling to having, getting rocked, to all of a sudden growing up, learning and going the other way and learning to subtract. It was just as important as adding. And then he became a weapon. And all of a sudden you didn't want to face Bartolo because he was a pitcher. So yeah, I've seen it. I've seen guys reinvent themselves. It's not easy to do. I've been watching. I've been kind of following Walker Buehler because I'm interested how he's going to cope with it. It seems like, last night I watched the game. It seems like every inning it's just, there's drama, there's traffic, everybody's going around, but he seems to get out of it. Hopefully, because with the injuries, with the Pivetta situation, you got Giolito in the minor leagues. I know he got hit with a line drive the other day, but it's important to have guys like Walker Buehler able to step up and take some innings for you and be successful. So I'm kind of cheering for him to be successful. Time will tell, but it seems like right now he's kind of feeling his way through, and every inning it seems like there's some drama and we got out of it again. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting run to see if he can make that transition.
Last one for me. Bret Boone joins us this morning here on Ben and Woods. There's a lot of discourse going on Twitter. Every day is new discourse. Right? There was the foul ball discourse last night. There's ABS discourse, but the one that's interesting to me, and I want to get your perspective. There's a contingent of older baseball players that think that the newer players don't actually throw hard, but that but that the radar guns are measured differently, and that makes it, I had a couple guys. Seth McClung was one. Jeff Fry was another one. Like, no, that they threw 99 back in the day too. Your perspective, you were on kind of in both eras. I mean, you saw some of those guys with guile and could pitch, but then you started getting guys that could really, really hump it up there too. I just feel like there's more of them. What are your thoughts? These guys are throwing harder than ever, are they not?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think it's such a no-brainer.
Well, here's the difference. We're in an entertainment business.
For
People
sure.
like to see big radars.
And I get that.
exit velo. Let me tell you this: Mark McGwire exit velo was as exity as anyone that's ever walked the planet.
300.
And don't tell me that it's not.
Correct.
I know Stanton hits the ball hard. Mark McGwire hit it as hard as anybody I've ever seen.
It's more the pitchers. They're like, no,
right. But the pitchers, I think, without a doubt. And when I was playing, when I came up, the velocity was X. When I was leaving and retiring, it definitely was up a couple ticks.
Yeah.
I looked at my dad's generation. And Dad used to talk about, Steve Carl. I said, Dad, they're throwing harder now. They just are. They are. I mean, it's
your dad would say that
right.
He would say they weren't. If we had Steve Carlton, you're like, yeah, but they have Steve Carlton's out of every bullpen now. There's like guys that throw as hard as Steve Carlton.
Correct, Raps. That's great with the Bob Feller story, but I'm sorry, we're not measuring with a motorcycle anymore, Anyway, long story short, the velocity, without a doubt, is up. Because, and I think 50 years from now, these current players, their grandkids are going to be laughing at them.
Yes.
Saying, Dad, you didn't throw hard. That's just life. We move on. True. We get bigger. We get more advanced.
Just show them Mason Miller highlights.
Mason Miller. I mean, he's a perfect example.
There's drive line. There's more of them across the board. Yes, guys in my generation, when I was retiring, Verlander was coming into the league then. He was throwing 98 back then. Okay, so I've seen that. Across the board, though, on average, absolutely, because that's what these guys train for now. They train for velocity. That being said, I just think what these older guys are saying, and the don't get off my lawn, I really like to stay away from that. But I have to admit, of course, it's a tick up across the board. It's probably a mile and a half. They are measuring it different from out of the hand to across the plate. So all I'm saying is the discrepancy isn't as big as the numbers say. So it's not like they're throwing 100 now and they were throwing 85 in 2007. I laugh. It's like I didn't play in 1849. I was playing 17 years ago. But yes, definitely up. They're going to continue to go up. I just don't think the discrepancy is as big as people say.
Which is fair.
I can see out of my when I'm sitting in the dugout last year, I know what 95 is. I still have those eyes that I can see. And I know what 98 is, and I know what 92 is. Yeah, some guys were throwing 98, 99. Well, that's probably really on a fair gun, 95 or 96. But the fans love to see that radar light up. So, yeah, long story short, definitely throwing harder across the board just by not as many miles per hour as they would like you to believe from the entertainment value.
Boone, good stuff as always. Talk to you again next Wednesday. Thank you so much.
Right.
Thanks, brother.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Odyssey Insider Bret Boone, brought to you by Grainger. Call clickgrainger.com or just stop by. I have to say that when the Padres signed Walker Buehler and we first got to spring training, I think you guys agree with me, not all that comfortable with former Dodger Walker Buehler. At this point, I would really like to see him succeed with the Padres. Not just because I'm a Padres fan. He has an edge about him.
Big time.
Oh, yeah.
That I'm not saying the Padres don't have, but I feel like it's an important element that.
Well, without Nicky P and Joe Musgrove, they're kind of lacking in that.
And they kind of need a little bit of that, what Walker Buehler brings, but they also need him to be good. They can't just have a guy who has edge and is mad every time because he's giving up 3 and 4 runs every start. They need a guy who has edge, who's going out there and pitching 6 or 7 innings and giving up 1 run. And if Walker Buehler gets there, I think he can be a very valuable member of this team. The problem is the Padres have a decision coming up here. I was just reading Kevin Acey's newsletter. Griffin Canning, they need to bring him up by Sunday. That's when his rehab stint ends. Unless he wants to stay down longer, and who wants to stay down longer? He threw 68 pitches.
I hate the big leagues.
They have to bring someone up. None of the 3 starters at the back of the rotation, Buehler, Marquez, or Waldron, can be sent to the minors. They would have to be DFA'd.
Yep.
So the Padres are going to have to make a decision. Possibly they could bump one of them to the bullpen and send a guy like David Morgan or Kyle Hart maybe down, or you could go with a 6-man rotation. They do have no off days after Thursday for like 10 straight. They could try that for a little while, but at some point a decision is coming. I would love to see Walker Buehler stick with this team now. Just has to be a little bit better. He's close. He's very close.
I do wonder.
Just not quite there.
I do wonder, if it's a bullpen scenario for him, at the end of his career or near the end of his career, if, he has clean innings.
You start getting guys back.
Games, yeah.
Could he be a viable reliever?
Opener, a reliever, long man. Yeah. If you want to keep pitching in the big leagues, that may be the option.
Ben Woods, brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. Ben Woods potentially getting some new competition up north. We'll see. We'll talk about it coming up next year on 97.3 The Fan.
All right, we are halfway home on a Wednesday. Padres day game today. Excited, taking the fam out. Very much looking forward to getting back in Petco Park. Maybe I'll get a little that banana pudding in me for the first time.
Oh, you haven't had
I haven't had
any
of this year. It's in my mind. If I can make it happen, I will. When you take the whole fam, you got to make sure everybody's needs are met. That could take a good, solid hour and a half of the game.
And $500.
And $500. I don't want this. I want that. All right. Well, let's walk over to the other side of the stadium and grab that for you.
Let's finish walking through this line.
Yes.
And then we'll walk to the other side of the stadium and get in another line.
My wife won't do it, but the smart play here is divide and conquer. I'll get Bo. You take Taylor. Get what you want. Meet you back at the seats. But she likes to all be together. She has a little separation anxiety.
Do you guys do the Seaside Market at all?
Yeah,
it's kind of like
where the banana pudding is.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that's pretty much a free for all. Like it's like a grocery store.
Taylor just eats chips, so perfect for him. They got chips there.
So in this day and age of DoorDash and TaskRabbit, I wonder, has anyone come up with the idea? You buy the cheapest ticket to get into the game, and then while you're there, you are simply hiring yourself out to people who don't want to wait in line for food. And you say, hey, let me know where you're sitting and what you want.
You got me.
I will get it. And, here's your upcharge. And basically you spend the whole game
just running around
as like a personal waiter. You get tips, you get fees. You can probably make decent money. Plus you get to work at a ball game, in a nice afternoon in San Diego and make really good money. I don't know how the Padres would think about that.
Probably not great.
I don't think they would appreciate that.
Expect a phone call here pretty soon.
I'm just saying.
I just want to apologize to the Padres front office for
it wasn't my idea.
It wasn't my idea. Are you trying to get us fired because of the news that came out yesterday? I think
I am troubled by the news that came out.
Why are you troubled? I thought you'd be elated.
No, I'm uneasy about it.
What are you uneasy about?
Because I don't know how to feel about the news.
All right.
I don't like that the news came from somewhere outside this building and no one told us.
That's
inside the building.
Also true. We do have a meeting today, so maybe that's what it's about.
Maybe they will mention it.
But it's a big week. There's the big President's Club dinner that they're doing for all the salespeople. We were originally invited to speak at it. That was rescinded.
Uh-oh.
I mean, I'm not mad at it. I've got baseball practice. I'm looking forward to that. But
can't be a good sign, though.
It's not a great sign, in my opinion, Paulie. We're up, our contract's up, and they said, "Oh, Ben and Woods were going to speak." Never mind, we're good. We want you guys. Actually, we don't. All right, so that's makes you a little bit nervous, gives you a little pause.
Who is emceeing? Gwen and Chris?
I don't know.
I think they just are going no MC. They have a tighter schedule.
Actually, young MC is going.
Young
to.
MC,
yeah.
Bust a move.
Bust a move. He's going to do it. No, I listen, when I get asked to do something and I agree and then the plans fall through, I'm almost never mad. So I'm okay. So the CEO is going to be in town.
Get shot down because you're overzealous. Play hard to get females get jealous. Okay,
that's what he was going to do.
To a party. Girls are scantily clad and showing bodies.
Yeah, the words there.
So
everyone wants to know what this news is now that we've piqued their interest.
Well, the CEO's in town. It's a big deal. It's a big week. Here we all are dressed. I'm dressed like a bum, and I've got the CEO in town. So we'll get to meet her and get a little.
She's going to see what a good influencer I am.
Yes, she will. This is what both of you guys are. Try to get you guys more deals.
Yeah.
Well, yesterday I was scrolling Twitter and I saw this announced. It says Odyssey, which is
our company.
They're entering the LA sports market, announcing the launch of 97.1 The Fan, the city's only FM all sports radio station.
97.1 The Fan.
Correct. Sounds very familiar.
97.1 The Fan.
On May 11th, 6 a.m.
Call 833-288-0971.
Yeah, that's probably it. They'll feature a fully live local weekday lineup focused on LA's pro and college teams. And that sounds like a very familiar concept from our company. Now, what are you nervous about?
Well, first of all,
do you think we're going to lose audience to them?
No, but I do feel, like there's a rivalry already there. San Diego.
It's not LA. A rival, little bro.
That's and is
our
that
real rival is
that
95.7 The Game in San Francisco.
That's right. I saw the program director. I said, "Real rivals, right, bro?" And he said, "Yeah."
I had a bad experience. I think this was even before you before you got to town. So my first job, we had Extra Sports 690. And we were hugely successful throughout Southern California. I mean, probably along with WFAN, the two top sports radio stations in the country. And one of them was based here in San Diego. I mean, iconic, giant signal. And then one day they said, we are going to start Extra Sports 1150 in LA.
Okay.
And our bosses immediately said, and they're more important than you are, because that's Los Angeles. And we're going to devote all of our resources and everything. We're going to send talent up there. And you are now basically the small redheaded stepchild to the Extra Sports 1150 in LA.
Didn't they start taking like all the advertising dollars came from there?
All the advertising dollars went there. They took everything from San Diego and basically wrecked our station. And they were never successful. No one listened to them up there. But they wrecked our station in the process. And so I have a bit of PTSD about the new LA sister station coming into the market and wrecking what was a very good thing in San Diego.
Okay.
I don't know that I need to be worried about that in this situation, but I do have that. So. I have that experience, and I am thus uneasy.
Let me throw a wrinkle at you.
Okay.
So we're almost to May. And no contract decided upon yet, right? So we're in our walk year. What if we got the job up there in mornings?
I haven't seen any station lineup announcements
and we
yet.
Just did a Padres show on 97.1, and it was just we ripped the Dodgers every day. My guess is it would be the most listened to radio station in Los Angeles. That's just. I'm not kidding.
Given our social media.
Well, they're already in our chat every day. If you say Dodgers, they come running like a fly to honey. Truly. So if you say Dodgers suck, you lost to the Marlins, right? They go nuts. They go nuts. Yeah. Here's what Ben thinks about the Dodgers losing to the Marlins last night. Yeah.
I'll show a pitcher whose literal name is Junk.
Outdueled Shohei Ohtani last night.
Guy named Junk beat Shohei Ohtani last night.
Could you imagine? That's our show. We're like, we're Padres fans, but we'll talk Dodgers. You guys are terrible. Everybody hates you. Nobody respects you.
Maybe we do this show, and then we go right to the midday show in Los Angeles to host our Dodgers talk show.
If they choppered us in, I would consider it. And it would have to be, we would have to get choppered in every day. There is no chance. So listen, it's nice. Look, for us, it's nice to have another. I think we could actually start a decent talking rivalry with that station. We'll see who's on there. There's guys that they could hire in LA. I won't give the time of day, period, the end. But if it's a show like ours, but for the Dodgers, hell yeah, let's go.
I think it would be fun.
We'll do some. We can have fun with it. Now, I don't necessarily. I texted the group last night with Adam in, and I said, "You're going to make us cross promote this, aren't you?" And he goes, "No, I won't." And we're doing it right now here on our program anyway. So it'll be great, man. It'll be great.
We are already 0.2 better than they are. So
yes, yeah, because they're 97.1, we're 97.3, right?
0.2 up on the dial.
Yeah, so it would be.
I really hope it's not one of those things where they're so close on the dial, like you go to Orange County and they start like melding. If you listen to 97.2, you kind of hear both stations at the same time in Orange County.
Now, if our show blew up or something, and they don't extend us, would you consider going up there to do work at 97.1?
Could I still talk Padres?
No, you probably have to assimilate and fall in line.
Become a Dodgers fan.
We'd have to do like a Dodger or an LA radio show in the morning, and then maybe like a Padres San Diego podcast afterwards every day.
Right. And you were born in LA, so it's a natural fit. Lakers fan, grew up right around Rolls Royces, hanging out with Jerry Buss.
Should we practice? I mean, Lakers are going for Game 5 victory against the Houston Rockets. No KD in the lineup, so this is a game that Lakers must have to get on to the second round of the playoffs. Woods.
Carlos said the traffic report there's got to be 4 minutes long. What if they hire Kelly Danick? That's when I would riot. Do miss you, Kelly Danick. Miss you every day.
Have a USC beat writer on the next segment. Talk about football recruiting.
Ooh, spring game.
Yeah. Big Trojan spring game coming up.
It's a nightmare for me, man. Just a total effing nightmare. I would be the most hated man in Los Angeles.
Kings got swept in the playoffs again. We're outraged at our LA Kings.
Yeah,
just awful.
Oh, Chargers talk. How about that?
Oh no,
Chargers talk, Dodgers talk, USC talk, Lakers talk. Be the worst sport.
Can't believe the Rams wasted a draft pick on Ty Simpson.
See,
Woods.
I wouldn't mind talking about the Rams. I kind of like Sean McVay and some of I love Kyron Williams. They got some players I can get behind, but other than that, man, it would be pretty tough. So I'm not going to worry too much about it. I wish them luck. I wish them luck. I don't think we're going to lose listeners to them unless Now, that wouldn't be like the Dodgers flagship because they have a flagship.
Yeah, no, that's on AM.
Why don't these idiots go to their chat? Do they not have a chat because it's on AM or something? What's the deal?
I don't know what they do.
But they're always in our chat.
Yeah.
And on our YouTube.
We're just more entertaining, apparently.
I guess so. That's fine. Yeah. Thank you, Dodger fans. Thanks again for that trip to Philly last year. That was elite. The dinners.
I had so much fun.
The dinners we had on you were... Remember that Italian dinner we had?
I think about it all the time.
Such a great dinner.
Literally paid for by trolling Dodger fans on YouTube. Just the greatest thing you've ever seen.
Oh, that rigatoni, those meatballs.
You know what? Bring us another
tiramisu.
Bring us another bottle of wine. You know why? We can afford it. We can afford it. Yeah, it'd be great. So, new station coming to LA. And I mean, look, a rising tide lifts all boats, right? Like we're under the same umbrella. Does that mean we have to root for them now to succeed? I guess we do. That's typically how it works.
Because we work for the same company.
Yeah, if they do well, maybe we
pulling
do
on
well.
the same rope. I'm sure we'll reap the benefits of their success.
Oh, totally. I'm sure it will trickle down.
Yeah.
I'm sure it will.
Well, good luck to our new colleagues, whoever they may be, at 97.1.
Maybe. Let's see who they name first before we start wishing good luck to anybody.
Do you think Adam Klug might be eyeing a spot?
Ooh, jump ship, go be the program director in LA.
We've slayed the dragon again, except we actually have. I don't know. I sure hope
we are the dragon.
We are the dragon. Yeah. 97.1. The Fan. We are the dragon.
Andrew Friedman, is it extra sweet because you beat the Padres?
What?
Is it extra sweet because it's against the Dodgers?
What if this was Adam's villain arc and he's like, actually, I'm going to go run that station. I'll be like, all right, you thought I made fun of you when you were here. Just wait till you go up there.
I don't think he could. I don't think he'd handle that.
I think what remaining hair he has would fall out of his head after I was done with him, for sure. This is crazy.
Coming up next, we'll be talking UCLA basketball. No, we will not. We'll be playing Take on Woods. If you'd like to be our contestant, you can call now, 833-288-0973. 288-0973. It's music, movie, or TV trivia for your chance to win the field level Padres seats for the Memorial Day game against the Phillies. With Don Mattingly now as manager of the Phillies coming to town. Call now. We will get to that coming up next with Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. First, though, I implore you, take advantage of the spring special at sdfatloss.com and get $200 off the Sustainable Weight Loss Program. I was just seeing an article, very reputable source, and they did a study. If you're on the GLP-1s, and you stop taking the injections at any point within a year and a half, the weight comes back on. That's what they have determined. SDFatLoss.com has found a better way to keep the weight off by building your metabolism, building muscle, and losing weight while eating regular foods like steak, chicken, vegetables, no shakes, no bars, no mixes. That's how I lost 40 pounds in 60 days, up to a pound of fat per day and 10 to 20% of your body weight in just 2 months. Think about that. A new you in 2 months before the June gloom is gone. You can be ready for swimsuit season in San Diego. All you have to do is follow the great doctor-developed plan. Your counselor, your coach is going to help you through it every step of the way. If you need daily support, they will give you daily support and then help you keep the weight off. I have kept my weight off 3 years now. Be a success story here, San Diego. Lose the weight you've been trying to lose, and then keep it off by going to sdfatloss.com to schedule your free consultation. Get $200 off the spring special right now at sdfatloss.com. That's sdfatloss.com. Results may vary.
Hey player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
think we all realize that being a Padres fan can be stressful.
Sure, a fan of any team. It doesn't matter who it is.
But how stressful? There's actually data. We can talk about that coming up in just a few minutes. Ben and Woods. This hour on Ben and Woods is brought to you by GL Pools, the swimming pool experts trusted by thousands of San Diegans since 2006. Baseball is back, so is swim season. Make sure your pool is ready. Call now, mention radio for a free month of pool service. Don't forget, tomorrow we've got our Epic Wings Epic Roundtable at 9 o'clock. And then on Friday, Management Report Friday, brought to you by SDCCU. It's not big bank banking. It is better. It's not a Craig Stammen week, so not sure yet who will be joining us on Friday.
Let's see. Off day tomorrow, right?
Correct.
So I'll probably find out later today.
When they figure it out. We had AJ on.
Dinner at the Diamond, isn't it?
Is it already dinner at the Diamond?
Yeah, they do it earlier.
Yeah, they're doing it earlier because the Lauryn Hill concert's also tomorrow night, and I don't know how that works because it's a public concert. Like you can buy tickets to see Miss Lauryn Hill tonight at Gallagher Square, but they
I like
always
that you call her Miss Lauryn Hill.
That's her title.
I know. I liked it.
Miss Lauryn Hill. But usually they also have a performer at the dinner at the Diamond.
Right,
so I don't know if she's going to do like a private show on the field and then like have the concert later in Gallagher Square and everybody can like walk over. I don't know.
Usually Don and Mud are the MCs. We've never been asked to MC that. We MC'd the other
Don and Mud
that once.
Yeah, again, it's Don and Mud.
It's Don and Mud.
They're on the payroll already.
They are.
They would have to be involved in some sort of serious accident for them to even consider us.
We would do it.
Then they
gratis.
have Jesse.
Gratis, right?
No, I'm not. I'm done giving
gratis
stuff
then?
away.
Jesse's
no
done
gratis.
MCs.
Yeah.
He did Randy's memorial.
He did a great job. They did.
Let's see. They'd probably go to Pomeranz and Marilou's before you guys.
100%. We would 10th on the food chain there. There's no doubt.
I think they'd give the mic to like Trevor Hoffman and be like, hey, just do like 10 minutes. Yeah.
He'd be great.
He would crush it.
fan. Jake Peavy.
Oh,
amazing.
Be awesome.
And then maybe you guys.
All right.
Then maybe some bullpen catchers and stuff. Yeah, let's get to our game. It's time to take on Woods. Take on Woods brought to you by Bay Alarm, security and fire alarms for every business. We got you, and it looks like we got Marcus today. Hello, Marcus. How are you?
Doing good, Ben. How are you?
I'm good. Let's see if we can get you qualified for the Padres field-level tickets to the game against the Phillies on Memorial Day. You just have to beat or tie Woods in 5 questions of music, TV, or movie trivia, and you get the choice of category. Here's what we've got. TV, House Calls, 5 TV shows with house in the title. Music, that's just mean. All 2-second songs, all specific insulting lyrics in those 2-second songs. You'll need to identify the song title and artist. And our new movies category, siblings. 5 movies with either sister or brother in the title. So TV, House Calls, music, that's just mean, or movies, siblings. Marcus, what would you like to play?
Oh man, let's try the movies again.
Movies. All right, siblings is the category. We are looking for 5 movies with sister or brother, or sisters or brothers in the title. You'll have 60 seconds to answer as many as you can. If you don't know one, say pass. We will come back to it if there's time left on the clock. First question's the 2-second movie clip. Paulie will play you a short snippet of a movie. You just need to give me the movie title based on the snippet. Marcus, you ready to play?
Let's do it.
All right, let's do this. 60 seconds on the clock. Again, your sister or brother, the key word. The category is called siblings. Your time begins when Paul plays our movie clip. Good luck, Marcus. Let's take on Woods.
It's 106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses.
Blues Brothers.
Correct. In which 1992 film does Whoopi Goldberg play a lounge singer in witness protection hiding out as a nun? Correct. Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly are thrust together when their single parents get married, in which poorly reviewed. Correct. George Clooney leads a trio of escaped convicts who search for treasure and become a hit musical act called the Soggy Bottom Boys, in which 2000 film by Joel and Ethan Coen.
Oh, Brother, Where Art Thou?
Correct. Woody Allen directed and won a screenwriting Oscar for which 1986 film starring Mia Farrow, Diane Wiest, and Barbara Hershey as siblings?
I
mean, they weren't all going to be easy. Come on. Woody Allen directed, won a screenwriting Oscar for which 1986 film starring Mia Farrow, Diane Wiest, and Barbara Hershey as siblings?
Quickly.
All right, we got 4. We just did not get Hannah and her sisters. We got Blues Brothers, Sister Act, Step Brothers, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? I think he's going to do well. The question is, can he go perfect? All right, Woods returns. Marcus, your opponent. Movies is the category.
Okay.
No category name for Woods, though. Let's put 60 seconds back on the clock. Your time begins when Paul plays our movie clip. Good luck, Woods. Let's take on Marcus.
It's 106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas.
Blues Brothers.
Correct. Which 1992 film stars Whoopi Goldberg as a lounge singer in witness protection hiding out as a nun in San Francisco?
Sister Act.
Correct. Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly are thrust together when they're
Step
single.
Brothers.
Correct. George Clooney leads a trio of escaped convicts who search for treasure and become a hit musical act.
Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Correct. Woody Allen directed and won a screenwriting Oscar for which 1986 film starring Mia Farrow, Diane Wiest, and Barbara Hershey as siblings?
Hannah and her sisters.
Oh, and he did get it. A 5-4 win for Woods. Marcus, well played. Not
washed?
Good enough.
Who's washed? Who's washed?
Well done in the category of siblings, brother and sisters in each title of the movie.
Man, I felt good.
Here, King, you dropped this.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So it's good to be back.
I have not seen Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Good? Not good?
Never
I
seen
heard
it.
it's
I thought you were going to say
fantastic.
in a long time.
I haven't seen it in a long time.
It's one of my all-time
I
favorite
missed
movies.
it when it came out.
It's so good.
It is good.
Highly recommend. You would
Okay.
love it, Ben. I think
Okay.
you would enjoy it.
Okay.
It's one of my favorite movies.
That was in my very dark period.
What was it, like 2000, 2001?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't really up on the arts.
The music's phenomenal. The soundtrack is incredible. The band that they create in the movie is phenomenal.
They
The
like
Soggy
when
Bottom
the
Boys.
musicians went on a big tour of all the music. It
Yeah.
won an Oscar. I think the music overall won an Oscar as well
Yep.
for that one.
Yeah. You should watch that. I would think you would really like it.
Okay. I will put it on the list.
Yeah, your list is long.
The list is long.
Now you're leaving again soon.
I am.
When are you leaving?
Next week, I will be gone on Friday
And Monday.
and then the following Monday.
And you're going to Bandon Dunes.
Yeah, the bucket
Mecca.
list
Yeah.
trip
Okay. You guys
has arrived.
We were on you for years about not doing anything on your bucket list.
Yeah.
And now it's finally here.
This one is.
You're going to have a lot of time. You're going to be flying.
True.
I heard it's very boring there in that
It's only, yeah,
it's
outside
just,
of the golf, there's nothing else. It's
so you guys can
not quiet. So I can get some movies.
Get some movies in, some TV
checked
shows
off the list at
yeah,
night.
It's a good time for
We're
it.
gonna play a lot of golf.
Let's get this list going though. I want to see what this list. Do you have an actual list?
I don't have
Because
an
you
actual
should
list.
start.
It's more of a
Start a note in
metaphorical
your notes.
list.
Start a note in your
Okay,
notes
a
app.
list.
Yeah.
Oh brother, where art thou is now the list
right there.
Take your little Soggy Bottom Boys, take you out.
There you go.
All right, we'll come back. We can do our MLB reach around and talk about why the Padres are, in fact, it's not your imagination, the most stressful team in Major League Baseball.
All right, I have a theory on this
Coming
as well.
up next on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
He just, here, I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Not that now.
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
it's going to hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee hurts.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
That is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Ben Woods, brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. No, it's not your imagination, Padres fans. Being a Padres fan is stressful, and there's now scientific data, sort of, to back it up. I was not anchoring last night at Channel 10, but we had this as our fact or fiction segment in our 7 o'clock.
The fact or fiction, real or fake for TV.
I will read it to you. Here it goes. They're off to a great start, but we all know being a Padres fan brings a lot of heartache. You may have heard a new study found the Padres are the most stressful MLB team to support, and it's true. Casino.ca scored each team in 8 stress-related categories, including close losses, championship droughts, heartbreaks, and major rivalries. Padres ranked as the most stressful team in baseball to support, just edging out the New York Yankees. Padres' highest stress score was, not surprisingly, the category of championship drought. Friars have never won a title in their 56 seasons. The team also scored high in upset losses, rivalry, and high pressure. So It's not your imagination. It's easier being a fan of any other team than the San Diego Padres.
I feel slightly vindicated, don't you guys? A little bit?
Yeah, I mean, again,
I think so.
These studies are highly arbitrary.
It's
when it comes
literally
to
science, you said. You said this is scientific.
But there is some validity to that. Well, clearly, if not winning a championship is stressful to you,
sure,
Padres have never alleviated your stress. There, especially recently, I mean, rivalry. The Padres-Dodgers rivalry is a
stressful,
intense, stressful rivalry. High-pressure games. Yeah, I mean, they've been on the cusp of the playoffs, like every year for the last few years. It makes it feel like every game is life or death sometimes. The Dodgers have a lot of games, but most of their 162 regular season games are quite low stress because they know
meaningless
going to be there at the end. So, but the Padres.
What'd you say about this morning? Their odds to make the playoffs are
Stefangraph's still
99.7%.
With essentially the exact same record of the Padres, who are 49.4%. So, Padres are still a coin flip to make the playoffs, which means every game, high stress. Feels like, we've got to win this one. Our season is always on the knife's edge. Upset losses. I mean, obviously the playoff losses. Cubs was a close one last year in the postseason, losing to the Phillies. I don't know if they're upsets, but they 24 scoreless innings at the end.
Who's got it worse than us with that? Who's got it? Had that whole thing. It was done. That was the World Series. You're going to win it that year. That was it. So, yeah.
It tracks, all I'm saying. That tracks. You're not imagining things. You be a Cincinnati Reds fan, sure you get stressed at times, but not to the level of being a San Diego Padres fan. I will also argue that what makes it fun is that it is a little stressful.
I agree. I mean,
if you didn't care, it wouldn't be that stressful. But you care so much about every Padres game. That's what makes it fun. But it also adds to the stressful nature of watching the games.
Yeah, with great power comes great responsibility. And there's been power in terms of money handed out. And there's great responsibility for those players to deliver. And there's great responsibility for ownership to deliver. And that's, you think about how some teams, once they broke through, the Cubs have never been back, right? After they won their one.
They have not.
They have not been back, but they got it, and it was like the most glorious day in Chicago.
It alleviates some of that stress.
It's right, and then the Red Sox. Well, when
the
they
Nationals,
when the Red Sox broke through, and then they won a few. They always have that to fall back on.
Dominic in the chat says stress comes with expectations. Yep. There was little to no stress most of their existence because you already knew they were going to lose 100 before the season started. It's true. I will also say that. This season in particular, the 29 games, they have been quite stressful, many of them in terms of their swings. Yeah. Like, we're down 5-0. We're up 7-1. And it's not, nothing is assured here. Everything is stressful. You can't even relax.
No.
You barely could go to bed down 8-3 last night because you just don't know what's going to happen.
Yep.
A lot of baseball teams, I remember 2023. That wasn't a fun season. It wasn't particularly stressful because when they were down 2-0, you knew, they're going to lose.
Game's over.
Game is over. It kind of alleviated the stress.
It's so true.
But it also took away a lot of the fun.
Yeah, in 23, I literally remember Xander saying, yeah, man, like we get down in the first inning 1-0 and we just feel like it's over. And I'm like, well, there's a lot of baseball left to go. Like what? You guys are that upset? You get 2-0
now,
in the
if they
third?
Don't get down 2-0, I start getting. I think, how are they going to win this game? They need to be down like 2-0 before they actually.
I agree.
Start their engines and start, hitting a little bit. They need to be behind to get the offense going.
That's kind of how I feel too. But it's been enjoyable this year. Certainly,
of course.
The record's been great.
Of course,
and I know they lost the game last night. But that incredible at-bat from Xander Bogaerts when he worked the count, and then he, of course, used 2 ABS challenges.
Very calmly, too.
Very calmly. Works the count, Benny, gets on first base. Steals second base, got a huge jump, stole it, no problem. And then Ty France comes up and delivers the hit. That's the brand of baseball that we're getting slowly more accustomed to seeing from the San Diego Padres, and I love that brand of baseball. I mean, that is totally manufacturing a run. And they didn't manufacture enough of them last night. But the fact that this team has shown the ability to do that more often than not this year, that's a good brand of baseball for me.
I will
a sustainable brand of baseball.
So last season, after 29 games, 18-11. So they're 19-10 this year.
Yeah.
Off to a really good start.
Yeah, very
good. If
good.
they win this one, you feel like they continue the momentum. They'll be unbeaten in their last 8 series, I think.
Yep.
And will be basically 1-2 out of every 3 games, 20-10. 667 winning percentage will always get it done.
Always plays
in Major League Baseball. You keep winning series, you are doing a really good thing. All right, we'll preview Game 3 of the series against the Cubs coming up in our 9 o'clock hour. But after traffic, full slate of baseball last night. Time for the MLB Reacharound next here on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com.
San Diego westbound on the 94, solid slow from before the 805 to the 5. Santee, stop-and-go conditions westbound on the 52 before and after the 125.
Traffic brought to you by Caltrans Asset Management. Caltrans Asset Management work continues this weekend on northbound 805 with the closure of all lanes from State Route 52 to Miramar Road on May 1st at 9 p.m. to May 4th at 5 a.m. Expect delays and use Interstate 5 for travel north of University City.
They're doing the Reacharound. They're doing the Reacharound. Everybody's doing the Reacharound. All right, our look around Major League Baseball. NL West all lost last night. Padres weren't the only one.
Every team in the NL West.
Every team in the NL West was a loser last night, including the Los Angeles Dodgers, who had Shohei Ohtani on the mound. And for the second straight start, he did not hit. He only pitched. He was not the designated hitter for the Dodgers last night, but they could have used his bat in the lineup as they were shut down by Jansen Junk and the Miami Marlins, who held on for a 2-1 win over the Dodgers to even that series. It was a walk-off extra inning win for the Dodgers in Game 1. Kyle Tucker. This time the Marlins win a 1-run game, so that's been a very tight series up in Los Angeles. The D-backs got routed by the Milwaukee Brewers 13-2. Wow. 8-run 6th inning for Milwaukee. They did end their homerless drought. I think it was the 7 games without a home run. Finally got just one. Sal Frelick, I think, got one, and that was it in the 13 runs. They do not hit home runs, but they do find ways to put together rallies and score runs, and they're playing pretty well despite, being, as we said yesterday, without key players like Jackson Churio and Christian Yelich, both on the injured list. The Giants were shut out 7-0 by the Philadelphia Phillies. Don Mattingly winning his first game as interim manager of the Phillies. Got a nice pitching performance from Jesus Luzardo. And the Rockies also lost 7-2 to the Cincinnati Reds. Ellie De La Cruz hit his 10th home run of the year. The Reds remain off to a very hot start this season and continue to lead the NL Central, which remains the best division overall in baseball.
And our next opponent, Benjamin, is an interesting one in the Chicago White Sox. They have called up Colson Montgomery. Benny, he hit a homer yesterday. Munetaka Murakami continues to hit bombs.
12 now. I think he's tied with 12. Aaron Judge for the league lead.
Here's what scares me about the White Sox coming in. The lowly White Sox, right? Not a great team. Got some good young talent. Sox catcher yesterday, Drew Romo, hit 2 big league home runs in his back-to-back plate appearances. One from the left, one from the right, which is pretty awesome. Switch hitting Witch back there behind the plate. But it was they beat the Angels 5-2. What scared me is who they beat. They beat Jose Soriano last night. I mean, that took him to the woodshed. That is his ERA before last night's game was .24. We saw what he did to the San Diego Padres. He's nasty. He's as nasty as it gets.
Rest of the Angels dragging him down. They have lost 9 of their last 10 since the Padres left town. And,
that's right.
That Soriano win since then, 9 of 10 for the Angels. I mentioned Aaron Judge. He homered his 12th of the season in support of Cam Schlittler, who's been very good for the Yankees this year.
So good.
He improved to 4-1 as they beat the Texas Rangers 3-2. Julio Rodriguez had 3 doubles, and Josh Naylor went deep for the Seattle Mariners.
Maybe the biggest pimp job I've ever seen.
Yeah, he basically backed his way all the way to the dugout. Did you see that?
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Took the left-handed swing and then just backed
across, bat flip to the moon. I was like, oh, dude, wow.
He was in danger of being ruled out of the baseline and out.
Yeah,
it was so far.
It was
toward the dugout there. They won 7-1 over the Minnesota Twins. The Braves remain hot. They've won 11 of 13. They beat the Detroit Tigers 5-2. The Mets got some offense finally. Juan Soto hit his second home run. He's been injured for much of the season. Bo Bichette also hit his second home run as they shut out the Washington Nationals 8-0. The Blue Jays got a shutout. Trey Savage and 4 relievers combined to blank the Red Sox 3-0. The Cardinals handed the Pittsburgh Pirates their 3rd straight loss, 11-7 the final in that game. Old friend Nick Martinez pitched the Rays to a 1-0 win over the Cleveland Guardians. 7 shutout innings for Nicky M. He lowered his ERA to 1.70. There was a thought, certainly, that Nick Martinez could be a trade target deadline. Right now, the Rays are not only in playoff contention, they're solidly in the wild card lead, behind only the Yankees in the AL East, but they've gotten off to a really good start, so they might not be a seller at the deadline if they continue to play in what has been a weaker American League so far this year. Pete Alonso hit his 4th home run of the year for the Orioles as they beat the Astros, who continue to struggle. 5-3 the final in that game. And we were talking about him yesterday. Bobby Witt Jr. did have a home run. Had a 3-run shot in the 10th inning.
That'll do it.
In Sacramento last night as the Royals beat the A's 4-1 in 10.
The freaking Braves are red hot. Martin Perez, old friend from the San Diego Padres, went 5 scoreless, shutting down the Tigers. I was watching that game. It was on TBS or whatever, and I've had it on during dinner. Did you see Javi Baez? Guy's always doing goofy stuff. Runs down to first and tries to lunge, I think, with his right foot, hits the bag, funky knee. Looks like it explodes for a minute. He's laying on the ground. They didn't have to cart him off. It was an ankle, I think. But yeah,
he's still batting in the 9 hole for them. Yeah.
I think so.
Most expensive 9 hitter in history.
And it's just Bo goes, oh, that looks so bad. He goes, is Javi Baez good? I go, I don't know. Don't ask me. He's a big leaguer, so the answer is yes. I said, but I couldn't tell you if he's good or bad. Do you want Javi Baez on your team or don't you? I couldn't answer the question. I go, I don't know.
He's got to be a tough one. The chase rate is
so gnarly,
just insanely high. It's got to be a tough watch. I mean, Manny has gotten so much better this year at not chasing.
Yep.
Tatis has gotten better over his career. And, those guys are really good, and it still frustrates you when they chase the sliders outside. Javi Baez chases pitches that are not even in the same zip code as home plate. It's like, why does anyone ever throw that guy a strike? Ever.
Why would you ever throw anything in the zone to him? If you're a manager,
just slider.
Right. No need to go in.
I mean, he is Pedro Serrano.
He literally is. He is Pedro. Why didn't anybody pick this guy up? Yeah,
hit it very much.
Hit it very good.
Hey, Eddie, that's enough fastballs.
Yeah. All right, I got you. Flips that thing up there. Yeah. Why? Why would you ever throw anything that didn't have spin on it to Javi Baez? If he hits it, you tip your cap.
Also, bad news for the team that's in town right now, the Chicago Cubs. They were kind of hopeful that Justin Steele, who had elbow surgery last year, was on his way back, but they said setback on his road to recovery, and they're having to shut him down again, which puts his 2026 season now in jeopardy. Obviously already on the injured list, but he was obviously one of their key performers before getting hurt, hoping to get that starting pitcher back, similar to the Joe Musgrove situation, I would say, where they were expecting to get Steele back, Padres expecting to get Musgrove back. Neither of those seem particularly close to happening at this point. So some bad news for the Chicago Cubs this week as well on the starting pitching front.
That's a bummer, man. He's a good pitcher and just can't seem to stay healthy. Kate Horton out too. It's gnarly. It's they're finding ways to get it done. Their offense is good, man. They have a good team. You look at that lineup, it's very balanced. It's pretty stacked. They can beat you in a lot of different ways. I mean, PCA, hitting a bomb last night. He's not really found his power stroke all that much this year, so that's kind of unfortunate. We laughed about it before the show, and somebody actually brought it up in the chat, too. They're like, is it weird that we all expected Jackson Merrill to rob that home run? I go, I did. As soon as I saw him going back, I went, oh, he's got it. That's right in his wheelhouse. A little bit of a missed time from Jackson Merrill. It's such an impossible play to make, but he's made so many of them that now you're like, wait, what's your problem out there? The expectations are way different
PCA
now.
Probably expected it too. He's been off to that rough start and thinking, oh, this is another one.
He's going to rob it.
Take it away from me, but it did not happen. I don't know if it would have made a difference. Didn't score again anyway.
Yep.
So just insurance they did not need. All right, that's it. We got 1 hour left. Paulie's got lots of audio but no sports.
Oh, it's going to get weird.
In the Reindl Report.
Yes.
I like that. Coming up next year on 97.3 The Fan. Final hour of Ben and Woods, broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how. Well, news from Evan Drellick in The Athletic this morning. Negotiations between MLB players and owners are expected to begin within the next couple of weeks on a new collective bargaining agreement.
Okay.
But hold off on your celebration.
Okay.
Because, as Evan writes, there's a lot of posturing that goes on, like months of posturing, and that really no one is expecting a deal. Certainly not before the current deal expires in December, and likely not until they start missing spring training in February or March. That's what happened last time. Is there a reason it has to happen that way? No. They could act as though there was some urgency and say, why don't we just get this done before the deal expires and make it feel like, because you're going to have that urgency when the games start, potentially being threatened in March. Like, we may not get a season in. And if you know it's coming, you could all pretend like it's happening right now and just get it done. But it never works that way.
Correct.
It doesn't. Real life just intrude. And no one's going to make concessions until they feel like
deadlines.
We absolutely have to, or we're all screwed.
Deadlines force action, obviously. And in a negotiation, there's a lot of posturing that goes on, certainly, but there's also, a lot of, it's real. Like, the players have their side and the owners have their side. And, I don't see either of them really giving. We know what the owners are going to ask for. We know that. It's the thing they've been wanting.
You also know that
years.
They absolutely both will, because the alternative of never playing baseball again and no one makes any money and the owners have franchises that are worth zero, and the players have to go and find a different career that makes 1/1000th of what they're making right now. That's not an option for any of them. So the only option is that they get a deal done and continue playing baseball. So if you know that's the only option, why not just get it done?
Well, if you're a player,
as soon as possible, so you don't risk the ire of fans and lose games and lose your customers.
Everybody would like that.
Yeah, of course. It's just not
how it works.
It's just not the real world, I don't think. And the ire of fans is a real thing. And I think, it's you'll hear it. If it gets that far, you'll hear, oh, great, millionaires against billionaires, right? You'll hear that over and over and over and over. And there's some truth to it. People out there struggling to buy meat and struggling to put gas in their car. It's tough. It's tough for the everyman to wrap his head around that. But again, I remind everyone, that's the 1% of the 1% that can actually do that job. And there's a reason that 40,000 people pay really good money to go see them do it, because they are the best in the world at what their job is. And that's just the way that it is. And so I'm always going to be pro player in that regard. What they want to do. What the owners want to do. And there's a reason that they want to do it. It's to save money, to not spend money.
Of course.
And that's what they want to do. So
which then increases the value of their team. So it's a double win.
Correct. Yes, they get paid handsomely. They absolutely get paid so handsomely. You can be the worst player in baseball, and you could literally be the worst player in baseball and make $25 million a year, like Anthony Rendon or Rafael Devers right now. You know what I mean? Like, you're in the chamber. But for every one of those, man, you've got some kid that's really, really good. You don't have to pay for a while and make your money back, and he puts asses in the seats. I don't feel bad for the owners. They do pretty well for themselves. They do. They do pretty well for themselves.
I just wish there was a way to
peace, love, and harmony. I get it.
Yeah,
I'm with you. And I think, there needs to be a collective look from each and every one of them going, if we do this, we will lose fans. If we miss one game, we will lose fans. Now, if you're a player, put yourself in a player's perspective. And let's say, give me an example of a player. Xander Bogaerts, Manny Machado. They made their money. They got their big deal. The general attitude in that regard could be this. I got mine, but they really...
Tarek Skubal.
Yeah, Tarek Skubal is a huge one, right? They care about the next generation of players. They do. And they don't want players to have to come into a salary-capped league to cap their earnings. And I respect that greatly. I wish radio hosts had done that for us.
I think no player will be affected more by what is decided than Tarek Skubal.
Correct.
who could be in line for the biggest contract ever given to a pitcher.
Yeah.
But if there are clamps put down, like in the NBA, like, oh, we're doing max deals now, and the most you can make is $34 million. Well, every team will offer Tarek Skubal that because, well, that's a huge discount on what he's actually worth.
Yeah.
I don't think that's how it's going to go, but he certainly has a, vested interest in the outcome of the CBA.
D115 says, I want whatever hurts the Dodgers the most. I agree, actually. I'm with you. Maybe you could sway me.
Everyone kind of agrees that whatever is decided is probably going to hurt the Dodgers.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's 29 other teams that want to hurt the Dodgers, and they're okay with the Dodgers taking some of the pain in this CBA.
No question.
So we'll see. All right, let's get to some other stuff. Time for the Reindl Report.
And get things started here with our today's edition of the Reindl Report.
Now tuned into the greatest.
Welcome to the Reindl Report with Paul Reindl.
Hi, Paul.
All right.
2 stories from the world of sports that we haven't gotten to yet.
We'll start off in Major League Baseball.
And 1 story that you didn't know you needed.
Are you laughing, biatch?
It's the Reindl Report
Hey, Paul, how you doing? Okay, how are you?
on 97.3 The Fan.
Are you ready to bless the mood? I need some help, please.
That was good.
Can I get a oh yeah? Oh yeah.
All right. All right.
All right.
All right.
All right. Happy Wednesday, gentlemen. No sports today here on the Reindl Report.
No sports at all.
Well, I mean, yeah, no, not really. This first story.
San Antonio Spurs moving on doesn't move the needle for you? Okay, fine.
This first story involves a competition, at least.
Okay.
I don't know that I would call it sports, but it is involving some competition. Did you guys see that 3 days ago we had the 2026 European Seagull Screeching Championships?
I did not see that.
How did you not see
screeching.
this?
So they have seagulls that screech and they judge them. Or is it people?
Seagulls or people?
I'm glad you asked. It's people that
People
make
screeching
sounds
like seagulls.
Like
Okay,
seagulls.
before we hear the pros, Woods, would you like to give it a try? You sound like a crow.
All right, I did. That was very...
I can't get that high.
That kind of like a seagull?
Kind of. Kind of. I liked your facial expressions. We'll save those for sure. And just save him doing all that. Yeah. Mine was very crowish. I don't know. I don't know if I know.
All right, let's hear what the pros.
Yeah, what do the pros
Seagull-
sound like?
Seagull imitators from 15 different countries gathered in Belgium, and it was held in a local pub. The event drew participants of all ages, families, kids, adults, people dressed up like seagulls.
It's a good bit.
They were in costumes. The performances had judges and a crowd. They've done this for a few years now. The organizers say that the whole point of this is to improve the image of seagulls, which are often viewed as intrusive.
Rats of the sky.
Rats of the sky,
Yes. There was
Beach
no
rats.
prize, no cash prize, just bragging rights. But
no prize.
I will
prize
put
at
up,
all?
I'm putting up a video here. Some of them not great, kind of sounded like us. Some of them sounded ungodly real. Take a listen to some of the competitors in the European Seagull Screeching Championships.
Oh, wow.
Oh, God.
That guys probably didn't win.
That guy's wearing a lobster costume.
With a thing.
The lobster tail looks
like his wiener.
Some of them better than the others.
That's real.
19, 18,
That was good.
Oh, that's got to be the winner.
That was your winner.
That guy?
That's not like
That didn't sound great.
No.
She also took a big puff of a
She
cigarette.
did. She blasted the heater.
She did.
Get that fresh one in you.
This kid right here.
You would
That
not.
one
You
sounded
would
real.
not know that's
That
not
sounded like a real seagull.
That's amazing. I think it would be fun to go for about 30 seconds, and I'd be like,
Yeah.
that's it for me.
I think I could probably handle about 30 seconds of that.
That's
I do
max.
know a bar in North County that might host that if there was ever a competition in San Diego.
Something.
The
else.
European Seagull Championships. Yeah, there you go. That's your fun audio. We got another story here out of New York City. There is a restaurant who received a Michelin star, meaning they are the elites of the elites in the restaurant world.
Yeah.
The restaurant
3 Michelin stars is the best.
Sure.
But a Michelin star is still fantastic. I mean, only like a couple of restaurants in San Diego even have 1 Michelin star.
Right. We're talking NYC here. Now, I don't know the name of this place. It's one word. It's ELCIEL. El Cielo.
El Cielo.
It's a Colombian cuisine.
El Cielo.
They have been making a little bit of news because one of the items on their menu, they have a $197 tasting menu.
Nice.
And the main attraction
it's not crazy nowadays either, by the way.
What?
That's not a crazy price by any stretch of the imagination now.
Yeah.
For a seagull just flew by.
For a Michelin star restaurant. So the number one thing on the tasting menu that has caught everybody's attention is they have what they're calling Choco Therapy. Choco Therapy is a dessert menu item on the tasting menu, the fixed menu. And basically you have a tableside server come by,
right,
and they just kind of drizzle melted chocolate into your hands.
Really?
Yeah, let's see. I'm putting it up here on the YouTube stream so that you got a dish below you, and they just pour chocolate. You rub it all over your hands. These people are like,
and then
licking their fingers.
In the F is happening here.
That is bizarre.
They're calling it a sensory experience.
And then they come back and just put some sugar and coffee exfoliant.
Yes.
Okay, you can rub your hands.
It is a sensory experience where melted chocolate is poured over your hands to recreate the carefree, messy joy of childhood.
Nope.
That is what the chef was going for there.
That's a dessert, by the way.
That is your dessert.
That's your dessert. I feel cheated on my dessert.
Let's see here. The chocolate hand bath is a nightly occurrence on the $200 tasting menu, currently happening after the blood sausage macaron.
That's quite the combination.
And it comes 2 courses before the Tree of Life, which is a piece of yucca bread served atop a wire bonsai tree.
It's not for me, man. It is not for me. It is for you, but it is
I
not
don't
for
even
me.
know if this is for me.
It is
this
not
doesn't
for me.
seem that fun. I had that much chocolate in my hands when I had the pretzel at
I
Petco
remember.
Park, too.
People now use that as a bit. That's great. You'll get that chocolate under your finger. You'll get doo-doo
I assume
fingers.
that part of the experience is also afterwards
cleaning?
they give you a nice
Yeah, you shower
cleanup.
there before you leave. It's such a nightmare. It feels like I dated a girl in college that would drag me to places like
That
this.
kind of
Yeah, and she was so into it, and she would be. You guys know me. Come to lunch with me. We will be in and out in 20 minutes. That's actually maybe long, maybe 15.
Yes.
She's like, I love the experience. It needs to be 3 to 4. And now she was super hot,
All
way
your
out of my league.
senses
All this
engaged.
And I'd be sitting there just going, ah!
I've seen like TV shows
Rubbing
or
chocolate all
movies.
over my hands.
The
just
chef
like,
will bring out like a bubble or something, and you
Yes.
pop it, and it's all part of the aroma and the experience. She's like, what
give
are
me
we
the
doing?
check. I just want the check so we can go out and drink.
What happened to a piece of cheesecake, by the
It's
way?
like 3-hour dinners. And I'm in college, by the way. And I'm like, this is a nightmare for me. So no, it's not my jam.
I don't mind a fancy dining experience, but I prefer simple things done well.
Yes, simple things done well is great. Is great. That is too much for me. You're doing too much. You can do that at home with Hershey's syrup. Put it on your hands and rub it all over your face or whatever you want to do. It's creepy.
Yeah.
Cheaper too.
Much cheaper.
Yeah,
It's nuts.
And then finally, we will wrap it up. This is just, there's a lot of negative opinions, and I think for good reason, on the use of AI creatively, whether it's visual, audio, whatever. I think we can all agree, though, this might be a good use for it. This guy has gone completely viral after
pretty great.
The video is just titled "Turning My Pregnant Wife's Texts into a Pop Punk Song."
So good.
And it's
he's plugged it in, didn't he?
It's not bad. It is not bad. I got a little video here. He's got his wife or his girlfriend in the car with him. She's pregnant. He goes, "Hey, check out this song that I put together." It's got her text messages as well if you're watching along with us, but just listen to these words. Text from my pregnant wife.
I
feel like death. I'm so tired and have a headache, and I think I'm hungry, but I can't eat. I'm dying, my mouth is so gross, and my back is killing me. I'm not hungry, but I don't know what to do. I'm sorry to complain to you, I'm just really dying. I'm dying, trying to sleep, but I'm dying. I can't move. I'm sad you cheated on me in my dreams.
In my dream.
And getting nauseous. Will I make it? I'm alive, but just exhausted. I'm dying.
Pretty good.
Where are you? Hello. Where are you?
Yeah.
I might not make it. Starving. Can you please find me food? Starving, but can't eat nothing. Sounds good. My back is broken and the baby is punching my ribs. I'm still
I signed up for this again, to be honest with you, after hearing that. It really freaked me out, Paulie. Yeah, you'll get those. My text from my wife, I was just looking.
I want to hate AI, but
I want to hate it too. It's really good.
I feel the same. I heard that. I go, that's pretty funny.
Most of my text exchanges with Hannah these days are like, is Bo's yellow water bottle in your car?
Is Bo's yellow water bottle
in your
And I says, nope. He says he brought it, and then she says, found it. Right.
He
So
brought it
yeah.
to school.
The whole is Bo's hat in there? Where is his sliders? Where are his cleats? I'm like, I don't know.
Right,
I don't know.
Maybe we get Hannah involved. Texts from my husband.
Oh.
A pop punk song. Text from my crazy husband. Where's Bo's sweater? Where's Bo's water bottle?
Mine is usually like, what time are you coming home?
Where are you?
What do you want for dinner would be one constant. What do you want for dinner? Do you remember when I spilled the apple juice in the hall?
Oh, that got me good.
That's
man.
good. That was really good.
I think
Damn
I'm
it.
dying. I'm dying.
so I
How
guess-
dare you cheat on me in my dream?
Sad that you
The
cheated.
baby
on me in
is
your dream.
punching my ribs. This is
I'm dying.
fantastic.
My back is broken. I'm hungry, but I don't know what to eat.
Dude, I signed up for this again, potentially, for the pregnant wife. It's potentially, it's crazy. Though you get those all the time. All the time. Don't know what I want. I want something.
Kayla says, this is just how I text my husband on a regular day without being pregnant. Oh my God, maybe I am dramatic.
Yeah, where are you? I'm dying.
Kayla,
right now.
maybe you should just calm down.
Yeah, calm down.
Just relax a little.
So good. So good. That was really well done. I guess. All right. So sometimes, what's the ruling? Sometimes AI is okay, right?
Until it's not.
Until it's not.
It's on a case by case
Case by case. Okay.
It's mostly not.
It's usually the worst thing that's ever been invented, but every once in a while
it does deliver.
It comes up with something good.
I agree. I agree. That was excellent. It was excellent.
All right, we'll take a time out. Look ahead. We got Padres baseball this afternoon for you here on 97.3 The Fan. And a question: is the Padres 19-10 record a mirage, or is it real? We will discuss coming up with Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
But first, we crisis averted here at the Odyssey studios this morning. When I came in, there was something wrong with the Eco Water machine, and luckily it is back up and running.
So got them jug, don't you?
Oh, Paulie, my jug was bone dry, and there was nothing to do. So I had to go fill up from the water fountain out there, which is not filled with Eco Water. It's just regular, and it tasted tart. It tasted metallic. It tasted disgusting. And then our engineer walked by, goes, "Hey, got the Eco Water machines working." I said, "Oh my God." I ran in there, filled up with a tall, giant jug full of Eco Water. Listen, got it in the house. We are so used to having it. I'm really spoiled by it. I'll tell you that right now, if you couldn't tell already. Eco Water SoCal brings the soft life right to your kitchen sink or your work area with mineral-rich alkaline water, balances your pH and fuels your body with filtered luxury, no plastics, no poison, satisfaction every single time. The number to call to get Eco Water in your home, I highly recommend it, 760-350-3338, 760-350-3338, or go to ecowatersocal.com. You will 1,000% taste the difference. You will 1,000% feel and see the difference as well. Not everything in life should be hard, especially your water. Keeping it soft since 1925, Eco Water SoCal.
player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Ben and Woods brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. Congratulations to the UC San Diego Tritons. First no-hitter at the Division I level.
Let's go.
Last night.
Combined?
It was combined.
Yep.
It was 7 innings because it was a run rule, mercy rule victory at 10-0. So they ended the game after 7, but it counts. No-hitter for the Tritons last night against Loyola Marymount at their home ballpark at UCSD.
Feels real good, man.
Yeah. Padres will be going for the series victory today against the Chicago Cubs. I believe they're 6-0-1 in their last 7 series. 6 wins, 1 split with the Arizona Diamondbacks. So trying to keep it the streak going, 8 straight without a series loss, but they need to win today at 110. Matt Waldron making his 3rd start of the season. The first 2 have been shaky, although last time out, he seemed like he figured something out. He struggled early, but then
as it went on,
kind of got it going as it went on. I don't know how much Matt Waldron can transfer from one start to another with the knuckleball. Just seems like its own organism, the knuckleball.
Yeah.
But, the more important thing for Matt Waldron is the fastball command and making sure he's got that going. And then the knuckleball can be that extra weapon that he's got that if you don't know it's coming, can definitely be a tough pitch to face.
Going up against Jamison Taillon, Ben, for the Chicago Cubs. Taillon. Only 2 guys on the roster have touched him up for a bomb. One of them is Nick Castellanos. The other one is Fernando Tatis Jr., who is still rotting with 0 home runs on the season.
Is this his last chance in April? 30 days. That's April. No, 31.
Yeah.
30 days in April?
Yeah, they're
31.
off tomorrow, right?
They're off tomorrow. Is there a 31st of April?
There's not.
There's not. So this is his last chance to get a home run
Oh, my God.
before the end of April.
Today. I'll be there. I'm traditionally bad luck, so maybe the tides will turn. But he has gotten Taillon before. Guys in the lineup hit Taillon a little bit. Let's see. Casty's hit him really well. For me, small sample size for most. Gavin Sheets hit him pretty well.
Interesting to see what Randy Knorr's lineup looks like today. Randy Knorr will be serving as skipper. Greg Stammen is not in town, left during last night's game to attend a funeral. I'm sure that he has some input in the lineup, as will the Padres front office. Question is, do they want to give Manny Machado another day off? Because if they do that, then that would be 3 in a row, which is very rare in a Major League Baseball season. But with an off day tomorrow, he'll have 3 straight days where he doesn't play.
No, I don't want to give him another day off. Why would I want to give him another day off?
Because you could stretch it into a 3-day break for Manny Machado here.
Yeah, we're trying to win.
That could be invaluable for Manny later in the season to have a nice little respite here at the end of April.
He's got an off day tomorrow.
Another one.
It'll be all right.
Do you want him to get a setback before,
if he's not in the lineup today, I'm going to assume that he's injured. Yes.
I wouldn't assume that.
I would.
I would assume that they're trying to stretch it into a 3-day off day by using the off day tomorrow.
Because he's injured. We know he's injured. We know he's banged up.
Yes.
Right?
The
fact that he didn't swing it last night, the fact that there was an opportunity for him to do so. Man.
He'll DH today. Maybe.
Yeah. He has not hit Taillon well at all. So maybe you're right. But I don't know. You kind of want to win this game today.
I would say the formula today, after not using your high leverage relievers,
Jason.
It's Waldron, hopefully for 5, then Bradgley, Adrian, Jason Adam, and Mason Miller.
Call it.
That would be a great formula for victory.
Correct.
If you can hold the Cubs down in check, Jamison Taillon has not been world beater, 1.13 WHIP, 4.55 ERA this season. He can score a few runs. This is a very winnable final game of the series.
Big time.
If Matt Waldron doesn't implode in the first few innings and put you in a situation that's too deep to dig out of in this game.
Well, and then if that's the case, then you lick your wounds and you move on and you don't use those guys and you give them a nice little respite.
And then they get a 3-day break.
Correct.
Essentially, and you've got a series loss, but you didn't get swept and you move on and you're still at home and you got the White Sox coming to town.
Yep.
It's not the end of the world, but certainly you'd like to see them win because then you got to go back to Chicago and, tiebreakers and what have you could come into play later in the year. So, yeah, another important game. As we discussed earlier, Padres are a very stressful team because all these games always feel very important, even this early in the regular season.
They are mocking you for your Matt Waldron goes 5 take. He went 5 last time.
He did.
Yeah. It was, he had a rough little go.
All right, 5 innings, 3 runs.
Oh, you take
sign
that
up
right now.
Everyone sign up for that?
100%. 100%.
That's hardly world beating. That's like a 4.5 ERA.
Yeah, that's a Jamison Taillon ERA.
4.5 to 5 ERA. That does not require superhuman pitching by Matt Waldron, but I think that gives you an excellent chance to win the game with your high leverage relievers. Then set up, get your 4 or 5 runs, get yourself a victory, get yourself a series win. I don't know that Matt Waldron can do that, but I'm not asking him to move heaven and earth today and throw 8 shutout innings to beat the Chicago Cubs.
Sure.
Give me 5, keep them to like 2 or 3. We'll be very happy with the result.
He gave
today.
you 5 last time out, but he also gave up 6 to the Rockies.
Right.
So,
but it was those were valuable innings.
And that was at Coors Field.
Out. Yeah, Coors Field. All right, he's going to have a legit fair shot here at 110 today.
All right, let's take a timeout. When we come back, I asked the question. I want to answer it. Is the Padres' 19-10 record a mirage? That is coming up. Final segment of Ben and Woods, broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
so let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
it's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee hurts.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
That is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? This spa with this. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Purple says, here comes Ben the Unpolisher.
Ooh, are you about to unpolish something?
You know what I'm going to say. I just asked the question. Is the Padres 19-10 start a mirage?
Well, it's a weird question. I'll give it a say.
Well, I'm just saying.
Radio.
Are the way they're performing? Does it back up the record? Padres currently have the fourth best record in baseball, half a game behind the Yankees and Dodgers, and a game and a half behind the Braves. So right there among the best teams in baseball in terms of overall win-loss record through 29 games this season. The numbers behind the numbers aren't bad at all. I was looking it up just now on the break through StatCast.
Wait, was that reverse?
That was reverse.
Okay.
But they're not in the top 5 in baseball in any of these numbers. In overall offense, XWOBA, just like projected how they should be performing at the plate, Padres are 14th in baseball. They've actually gotten unlucky. Their actual offense is lower than that. They should be better. They've gotten a little unlucky there, but they're only 14th in baseball. Fielding, outs above average is a pretty good team statistic. They're 13th in baseball in fielding.
Very average.
Third in fielding percentage. They haven't committed a lot of errors. They've done well. And pitching-wise is the best. Their XWA allowed, 6th in baseball.
Okay.
Overall pitching. That includes the bullpen and the starting rotation. ERA-wise, again, they're more toward the middle of the pack. We thought the bullpen would be dominant. We mentioned earlier, bullpen's only 9th in ERA at this point after a couple of blow-ups in Mexico City. We think they'll get better. The overall trend would tell you they should be around the 10th or 11th best team in baseball rather than the 4th/5th team in baseball, but it's not completely a mirage. It's certainly they've taken advantage of a couple of close wins and timely hits and guys who've come through and, a couple of great comebacks and are, a couple games better than they probably should be. But by no means is this a bad team that is just
playing way over their heads?
Way over their heads.
They're playing way under.
This is a good team playing a little bit above their heads so far, given the numbers that they've produced. But there is also signs that those numbers should get better as the season goes forward, just based on things like exit velocities, from players that haven't been hitting well, but probably should be hitting well. Tatis is the one we always mention, but Jake Cronenworth is another one who his numbers are way lower than you would expect them to be at this point, based on the way he's swinging and hitting the ball.
You've got 5 guys in your lineup on a nightly basis whose numbers are below what they're expected to be, based on
pretty significantly
commensurate with their pay, their baseball card, their ability. Right, 5. So, when as a team loses a team, right? Other guys step up. Campy has stepped up. Sheets has stepped up.
Ty France
has been incredible. Like it. That's what you need. You need to have a team.
Bogey's having a pretty good year.
Bogey's been phenomenal. You have to have those guys to shoulder the burden while the other guys are searching for it a little bit. But yeah, I think
baseball always evens itself out.
It does. It really does.
Like at the end of the year, we will know whether the Padres were good or bad. Maybe Manny and Tatis are having bad years this year.
Yeah.
That's entirely possible. They finished with 8 home runs. You know what I mean? Like it never happened.
21 home runs combined between the two. Sounds like a dream at this point.
But the thing about baseball is you can't have an unlucky season. Not for 4 at-bats a game for 150 games. Yeah, it's not going to be a bad luck season.
No.
An unlucky season.
So here we get through the first month after today. I think you can point at some pleasant surprises. Luis Campusano.
Yep.
It's great. Ramon Laureano got off to a good start, but he's cooled off.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any question who the Padres' best everyday position player has been through the first month of the season.
Sheets.
Oh, no.
Oh, Xander Bogaerts.
Xander Bogaerts has been, the end.
Yeah, that's by
the Padres MVP so far this season.
No question.
Period, the end. Without Xander, they would not be 19-10.
Yeah.
His numbers don't wow you. I mean, 5 home runs does lead the team now, which you probably would not have had on your bingo card to start the season. But he has played great defense. He has run the bases well. He has made contact when they need him to make contact.
He's super engaged.
He has been fantastic. And I want to make sure that we all recognize this because Xander has taken a lot of grief
from us,
from everybody in San Diego for the past couple of years. Certainly some of it deserved.
A lot of it was deserved
some
at
of
the
it,
time.
Some of it due to injuries that were beyond his control. But Xander Bogaerts is the team MVP right now, and deservedly so. Not lucking into it. He is a really good baseball player, and we're finally seeing why. He got a $25 million a year contract and led the Boston Red Sox to a couple of World Series titles because he's a really good baseball player, and it's fun to get to see that from Xander over this month of the season because he's kind of been carrying the San Diego Padres in many different ways.
Yeah, I mean, just experience will tell us all that next month, I bet you May, it's somebody different. Would be my guess.
Sure,
it's somebody different in May, and then somebody in June. And if you keep this,
Manny always heats up in June,
100%
every year,
100%. And Manny was actually heating up before he got injured, which is why I'd like to get him back into the lineup today if he can go, because he was swinging the bat really, really well. Mexico City notwithstanding, a couple doubles the other night, like really, really swinging it well.
We don't know what Randy Knorr is going to do either.
Ooh, yeah.
He's in charge today,
He is
right?
in charge today. Did Stammen...
He's like, hey, Campy, you're leading off.
Did Stammen leave the lineup before he left for the next day?
No, I think he trusts his guys. That's a micromanaging move.
I did that to my assistant coaches.
Did you?
Yeah.
Is
that bad?
I think if you're Randy Knorr, you're like, oh, crap, I get to make a lineup. That's exciting for Randy. Like,
I'm a control freak. That's why I did it.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to help out. I just want it done my way. Is that?
That's a control freak.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of rules in Little League. You wouldn't want them to. You need to be clear. In baseball, Randy Knorr can start whoever he wants. If he wants Brad Gley Rodriguez to be his first baseman batting third, he can do that if he wants. There's no rule against it, I don't believe. It wouldn't be smart, but he could do what he wants. He doesn't have to have a minimum number of innings. His catchers can't only go 3 innings at a time. Do whatever he wants.
But I caution fans too, and you and all of us that talk about this stuff in the media every day. It's not going to last forever for Xander Bogaerts. It's not going to. He's not going to continue at this pace. He's going to hit a down skid. At that time, Will Jackson Merrill be able to step up? Will Manny Machado, Fernando Tatis Jr. be able to step up in his absence? Because, you need 50 guys to win a World Series. But the guys that are out there every single day, man, they're going to have really bad stretches where they feel completely lost up there. It will happen to Xander again this year. Trust me, it always does. It's the game. But who can step up in his absence? That's what we'll find out.
But I wanted to throw Xander a little bit of love because he deserves it this month, and he's played really well, and he hasn't had a chance to really soak it in. So, San Diego, tip your cap to Xander Bogaerts if you're going to the game this afternoon.
No doubt.
Manny in the chat says Xander's 6-1 on his ABS challenges after the 2 successful ones as well.
Manny Machado 0-6, I think.
For hitters, that's really good. The percentage overall league-wide is below 50% for the hitters. Catchers do decently over 60, I think, so far, but hitters are under 50% on winning challenges. So 6-1 is a phenomenal mark as well for Xander Bogaerts on ABS challenges.
Angela says, should we move him to the top with Laureano shuffling? Sure. No problem.
With that.
I mean, they've had no problem shuffling lineups around.
He has success on the bases, too.
Yeah. I mean, they settled in with Laureano because they were playing well. They were on a winning streak, and he was hitting well. Laureano's been slumping a little bit more recently. Is it time to be flexible, as Craig Stammen has shown so far this season, and move someone else up to the top of the order and change things up again? Don't know. Maybe not yet, but close. Getting to that point where you might want to make some changes to the lineup.
Yeah, for sure. And lineup is usually out by this time for a 1 o'clock game.
I'm guessing it'll be 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock on the nose. I would love to see what it looks like.
Brian in the chat says, no Padres roundtable today. There is none. We've been preempted due to the fact that it is Wednesday and the roundtable happens
on Thursday.
On Thursdays. Correct. That's tomorrow. There will be a roundtable tomorrow at 9 a.m. Thursday, not Wednesday.
Yeah.
All right, let's check traffic and then wrap things up here on a Wednesday again on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com.
San Diego westbound on the 94, solid slow from before the 805 to the 5. Santee, stop-and-go conditions westbound on the 52 before and after the 125.
This game day traffic report is brought to you by Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water.
What makes Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water different? We always bottle our Alpine Spring Water less than 1.5 miles from the spring source, and all our bottles are made with 50% recycled plastic from our own recycling plants. Crystal Geyser, bottled at the spring source.
While Pauly spins the topic wheel, in addition to the roundtable tomorrow, we'll have Eno Sarah, Sammy Levitt joining us on a Thursday on our SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking, it's better. Go ahead.
Jam that in there. Smooth as silk.
While the wheel is spinning.
Topic wheel
Don't
asks.
waste any time.
This one could be a fun one. What is something that you pretend to understand in pop culture?
Ooh. Something you pretend to understand.
I thought you were going to say pretend to like.
In
That's
pop
also a good
culture.
One.
I think I'll go with like the streaming world. And it's weird because we're on YouTube streaming our show right now.
But we are
work,
not streamers.
But it's there's another layer to it. It's the group that has a hotspot and they walk around town and they just stream on Twitch or Kick or wherever for hours on end, and people obviously are watching. That's a whole area of the internet that I just don't get.
There's something I follow and it updates me all the time. Maybe I don't follow them. It's just in my timeline. And it's like they start tweeting this guy, blah, blah, blah. And I'm looking at it going, this is a whole nother world.
TMZ will report on this streamer arrested for
Sinat or something. I'm like, who are these people? But they're just massive. And they make millions and millions of dollars.
Pauly, that is a good one because, I'll say things like, well, the algorithm wants you to do shorter videos and you do this and that. I have no idea.
You don't know what an algorithm
I really
is.
don't even know how it works.
I don't either.
I'm not one to pretend to understand things that I don't understand.
I'll tell you I don't get it.
Yeah,
I'm pretty open about the things I don't understand.
Yeah, we're both pretty I have no idea why this is the way it is.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't pretend to know a lot about stuff except for maybe radio and baseball and stuff like
Vertices.
that. Vertices. I don't pretend. I tell you right now, I'm an idiot. I'm the first to tell you that I'm incapable of doing certain things or knowing about certain
I
things.
honestly don't even really know how radio works.
I really don't either.
Is that pop culture?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Because I've done this for 30 years.
No, I'm with you.
Still not entirely clear on how we make our money and how this whole thing works.
Nope.
Honestly, this enterprise is a bit of a mystery to me.
Still don't understand insurance. That's the pop culture thing. Everyone has insurance. I don't understand it.
I've got this button. It says off and on.
Yeah.
When it's on, my microphone is on. When it is off, it is
lineup out.
Can't hear anything.
Let's see it.
Oh, I'm curious. Randy Knorr's lineup is out.
Thank you, Randy.
All right.
Somebody give it to me.
You will be happy.
Okay.
Oh, wow. We've made some changes.
Oh,
Randy
here we
is
go.
putting his stamp on things.
Wow.
I like
Leading
that.
off. Center fielder Jackson Merrill.
Oh, okay.
Batting second. Fernando Tatis Jr. in right field.
Okay.
Batting third. The designated hitter, Manny Machado.
Okay.
So not playing third, but in the lineup.
Got it.
Batting cleanup, shortstop Xander Bogaerts. Batting fifth, first baseman Ty France.
Okay.
Batting sixth, third baseman Miguel Andujar. So I
Okay.
guess he's feeling good enough to get back in there. Batting seventh, second baseman Jake Cronenworth, moving him up in the lineup. Batting eighth, the left fielder Nick Castellanos.
Okay.
And batting ninth, catching, back-to-back days, Luis Campusano.
Oh, man.
With Matt Waldron on the mound. Not your best defensive left side with Andujar
Andujar
in front of Castellanos. Matt Waldron, you might want to try to pitch toward
He's like,
right side contact.
He's like, I have no idea where this thing's going, so don't worry about it. Where it goes, it goes.
But Manny back in the lineup, at least DHing. So they give him 3 days off his feet from third base, but get his bat into the lineup today, batting third.
We're going to a game. I want to see Manny Machado in there. You know what I mean?
And no Laureano, obviously, getting the day off today with Casty out there.
Probably deserved.
2 in a row.
Yeah.
Someone gets to take advantage of the 2 in a row. My guess is someone on Friday might get a day off to take advantage of the 2 in a row as well.
Yep.
Who would it be? Who's next up now that Jake Cronenworth got one over the weekend? I mean, Merrill had one early in the season. It's been a while. He's been slumping. He's very young, so I never feel like urgently getting him off. Xander probably is due for one, but I don't really want to give him a day off because he's playing so well, and I want to keep him in the lineup. So we'll see if there's anyone else that gets a day off on Friday. But there's your lineup. Randy Knorr pencils out for your San Diego Padres this afternoon.
Tatis Yard today?
God, I hope so.
No. I don't think so.
I'm calling it.
You gonna call it?
Yeah, I'll call it.
Play your chip?
No, that's not my chip.
That's not your chip.
Let's do it.
First at bat, second at bat, second at bat.
I don't care. I think he'll get one.
All right, that's it for us. We will rejoin you tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. We will have an Epic Padres roundtable sponsored by Epic Wings. Braden and Frank coming up next for executive producer Paul Reindl and Stephen Woods. I'm Ben Higgins. Have a great rest of your Wednesday from all of us here at San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. So long, everybody.